We made it. We are back. Last streamed 9 hours ago. And
For
we're here
15
again.
hours. We were wrong on the stream. We were alive for 15 hours. 8 ball, Sunday, knockout stages. How are we feeling?
Personally, excited. A little bit tired. I think the boys will feel exactly the same though.
Yeah, it's a long day, especially for the evening people as well. For everyone really, mate.
So the draw's been done. So we'll do a quick whip round whilst we wait for these two teams. It is going to be kicking off with Fama versus Patronus. This is now straight knockouts. It is Fama Patronus, R4P Merciless, Unique SBBS, Avora Phoenix, Alte Sheffield Wednesday, Optimal Lincoln, Focus Shrewsbury, and Applewell versus QPR. As you can see, we are joined in the box by the man, Mr. Aaron DeLosa. Aaron, a few words on yesterday and then a few final words on today before we kick off, because it looks like both teams are pretty much ready to go.
I mean, yesterday was good. Obviously, we was expected to have a few delays here and there, but it's a million times better than last year. And we just can keep growing and growing that. And yeah, obviously today, yesterday didn't really matter. Obviously, it's a seeding day, but today is where it matters. If you lose, you're done when you go home. Well, you have to watch, so. But
Don't go home.
We hold people at knife.
So yeah, it's a big day. Everyone's here to win. If not, they get knocked out. So we'll see how it goes. It won't be as late as yesterday. It should finish around 4 or 5 p.m. as long as Famalicão aren't delaying us.
Right, shade given already, and we're barely past 9 o'clock. Right, let's get these two teams in and let's get this action done. No way.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Let's do this.
That's not mine. It might be yours. This guy, as well, on the stream, ADL, always puts the mic down first.
Yeah, he does.
Instead of the headphones down first.
He
I
does.
don't really understand it, but...
Yep, rocking the white today, boys. Top change. Would not recommend wearing the same t-shirt over the course of the weekend.
To be fair, 15 hours was too much.
yeah, would not recommend. So hopefully all the boys are ready to go. Showered? Question mark.
Nah, mate. Some people are out late. I can smell some alcohol in this. Some leftover alcohol. And I know the smell well.
we were worried about Patronus, I can't lie. The fact that they are here is a miracle. And to be fair to them, they were sat up before I was, so...
There goes the show, mate. What do we know?
Yeah, what do we know? So lots of action to bring you guys today. 24 games yesterday, just the 15 today, Domino.
Oh my god, here we go.
Shortchanging people. But yeah, can confirm. As you can see on your screen, the first knockout game of the UK Pro Series LAN.
Should we quickly talk about the games on for the first half, 8 ball?
What do you think? Yeah, crack on.
Never mind.
What do you want me to say?
I just don't know the running order of the games for the...
Oh, I said it at the beginning of the stream.
Oh, did you actually?
All right,
checked out.
So welcome to the stream. We do this as a profession, I promise. We'll run back through that order again.
Some of us do as a profession.
We'll run back through that order again, don't worry. If you weren't listening like Domino, or you weren't here.
Like Domino.
Right then, here we go. Famalicão in the white and blue from right to left, taking on a very hungover Patronus.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be different from Fama because, again, like I said, there was chink of armour. I don't think the Saturday is how Fama would want to end that Saturday, if I'm honest.
No.
And it gave everyone hope that in these knockout rounds, one and done, anything could happen.
I think they're going to play angry today, and that's either going to be they're going to come out all guns blazing and play really, really well, or they're going to really struggle to kind of, like you said, Domino, they lost the last game of Saturday. So it's going to go one of two ways. I know that's sitting on the fence, but that's what I'm going to do at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Not much else you can do different.
Interesting. Polga into Tazia, gets the shot off. Dizzy tips it round the post.
Dizzy, I know Patronus weren't at their high standards, if I'm honest, but Dizzy had a good tournament, I think.
Yeah, he did. Chatterfy at the back post. Dizzy comes and claims. Nicely done from that man. 7 minutes in. Goalless. All Fama at the moment, as you may very well expect. As we saw yesterday, though, they are beatable, Domino. They are human. We think.
Maybe it's their master plan, 8-ball. Lead everyone to a false sense of security.
That's not a bad tactic to
And then be like, actually, don't low block us. You can beat us.
Kaziek has looked lively so far. Nogueira into Polga's feet. Shifts it across there. Here's the low-driven shot and a great finish from Fama. Boos in the crowd. They do not care. It is the hitman. Polga slots that one home from about 18 yards. What a finish that is.
8-ball, the mechanics on the man. And to be fair, if you think about the fancy flip-flap ball roll or anything, it was just a stand on the ball.
Yep.
And we've seen him do it 4 times now. Is that kind of finish, that low-driven. The guy's got it in his locker.
Yep, 4 goals for Polga this tournament. Here he is again, slides it through to his makeshift strike partner, who, to be honest, deserves a lot of credit for that first goal. Created that, peeling off to the wing. Like I said, he looks lively, and then Polga steps up and takes all the plaudits. Nogueira intercepts that well, just as it was starting to look a bit promising for Patronus. 13 minutes in. Polga, good hold-up play, very deep. That back line for Family, your guess is as good as mine. All playing on not their own accounts. Nogueira, no, it's not Nogueira, it's NGK. Reese does well, keeps it in, and I'm not sure what that's going to be. It's going to be a goal kick.
Fama looking at Fama's best at the minute, 8-ball?
Yeah, this is the best I've seen him this weekend. Best I've seen him looking this weekend, and that's a dangerous thing for everybody here. Hence the boos, Domino.
Yeah. It's, we always said it's hard shoes to fill, 8-ball.
Polga from range, Dizzy equal to it once again. A couple of the Patronus boys there standing up to congratulate Dizzy on that save. I do think he'll probably be called into action again, and immediately from the corner, Patronus need to dig in deep here. It's they're getting dragged into deep waters. Polga, good block by Weeze.
Do you think the 9 AM start is a factor for anyone, 8-ball?
I'm not saying
honest question for both teams.
Back goes NGK. I mean, it seems to be working very well in Family Cow's favour right now.
Yep.
They wanted an early start, I think. They wanted to wrong some rights from yesterday, and that's exactly what they are doing. 2 goals to 0.
And 8-ball, I don't think Patronus has laid a glove yet.
No, they haven't.
In a sense of just getting up to the other side of the pitch, retaining the ball, something that they can hold on to or build, really, like any building blocks.
Yeah, something to give them an actual bit of hope or morale, but at the moment,
it's 2 on 3.
The chat saying it looks like a different Fama side. I agree. This is an angry Fama side. We said it was going to go one of 2 ways. They were either going to rock up and try and put wrongs right, or they were not going to show up. And unfortunately for Patronus and the rest of the LAN, they've shown up. Long way to go, though.
Yep. And like I said, funnier things have happened, 8-ball. The time's on Patronus' side. 1 goal here, you know the quality they do have in that team.
Oh, yeah.
So 1 goal, a little bit of confidence, and no matter how it comes, could change the landscape of the game.
Yeah, and don't forget now, Sunday, it is one and done. You lose, you go home. And I think Fama will thrive under that pressure. They didn't have the pressure yesterday, so they didn't have to perform. Today they do, and they don't want to go home early.
Yeah, I think they're that kind of team, 8-ball. Do you know when you've got to stand up and be counted?
Yeah.
They're one of those teams.
Absolutely.
Viewers did have that man on the left-hand side there streaming through. Chose to go the other way, but Fama pick up possession.
And they're streaming forward as well. Here's Polga. Creativo back post. NGK already got a goal to his name today. Back to the original crosser. 34 minutes gone. Nogueira. All Fama so far. Nayshaw tried to go down the line. Weens does
I tell you what, I can hear a lot more different, 8-ball, is the communication on the Fama side.
Yeah.
I can noticeably hear it talking to each other.
Oh, and they're talking well, and it's all going to be positive stuff at the moment because they are ripping this Patronus side apart. Nicholas B does well there. Plays through the press as well, which not many people can do. Weens. escapes his man. Luis FIFA makes something of it. Good feet from him, but again, the press, counter press this time by Nicholas B as well. Everybody be pressing, but it is Fama.
Fantastic work there.
In the nick of time as well, because there were plenty of white shirts up in support there. It's just something Fama need to be careful of, I think.
I just think, yeah, if they're going for that kill.
Here we go. It's Smudger.
Oh,
He's fired!
I told you, a goal changes everything. It changes landscapes of games, and it's the only time they've been in Fama's box, but it's been in Fama's net.
It's a very popular goal here in the stadium. It halves the deficit. And like you said, Domino, anything can happen. And anything just did happen. I think it's Smudger's first goal of the tournament. And what a time to get it.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I think it came from Luis FIFA, just showing a little bit of trickery and picking up the ball and being positive with it.
Yeah.
A lot of time it's been passive side-side. When Luis FIFA's got it, lost it twice, but he's made positive strides forward. It's just creating that little bit of doubt in the defenders.
And he's a maverick at the best of times, but on a hangover as well. I mean, expect the unexpected from that man.
Yeah.
And as you can see in the top left-hand corner, that will take us through to half-time. What a time to score. Smudger, I can see him now. He's got a big smile on his face. 2-1. I think
Half a job done, though.
I think they'll take that.
Absolutely 8-ball. I think after the first 15 minutes, first 20 minutes when they conceded 2 goals, and then they were sinking. It was like they were in quicksand at the minute. They were the Fama were all over them. They got a little bit of spell of play. Again, as soon as they got in the box, they got the shot there and they scored. It's going to be an interesting second half. Going into the second half, would you say the morale is more with the Fama or the Patronus?
I don't know now. I think that goal has the potential to just put a seed of doubt in some of these Fama boys' minds. And don't get me wrong, they've been there. They've not only worn the t-shirt, they probably designed the t-shirt themselves. But it's a LAN. It's a different kettle of fish. There's a very, very strange atmosphere here today. I mean, you heard, I'll let you decide at home, but you heard the noise when Fama scored and when Patronus scored. So I'll just leave you with that.
And that is not from the teams alone that are playing.
No, exactly that. Exactly that. Morning, everyone in the chat. Thank you very much for joining bright and early. Enjoying your coffee, enjoying your bacon sarnies. We've been fed and watered, actually, so we've done quite well to turn that around. I can't lie. More importantly, we showered. No, not together.
Hey, pause.
That was Friday. Right, back to the action then. Those of you just joining us, it's Fama in the white and blue. And it's Patronus in, I don't know what colour kit that is, but it's a fancy kit. It's the dark kit, though. Taziak into his strike partner. Gets it back from him.
Fantastic.
That was a 1-2-3-4. Dreezy, edge of the box. Travella's it through. Dizzy's happy to let that bounce. Someone says cool heights on Fama. Luis FIFA, the Maverick. Van Mav tries to slide it through to no avail. And as good as Patronus have done to get back into this game.
Stop that ball, 8-ball. Oh my.
Well, you asked and he did it.
Yeah, fair play. That was unbelievable.
And what I was going to say, Domino, is as good as Patronus have been, they are still a goal behind in a knockout scenario.
Well, they are still hungover.
And they are still, if anything, more hungover.
Don't worry, it's a sobering experience playing Fama.
Yeah, I bet. They've got their goal. Luis FIFA,
Oh!
good thing from that man. Something else. He can't get on the end of it as well.
That man playing on 4 cans of Red Bull and 2 hours sleep.
2 cigarettes. Wow, that's magic.
He's
Here
there
he is
again.
Wow, and I tell you what, Domino, it wasn't just the initial shot that hit the crossbar. It was the follow-in from the right midfielder, and EA just would not lock it onto it. And that, I think, is arguably more depressing for Patronus and Patronus fans. Reese heads it down. Taken down by Smudger. A big save by Edu Martins. Kept alive by Chatify. Reese gets on the barrier! 2-2!
Able, what am I watching?
Wow.
I tell you what, it's different, Able. The atmosphere is different. The The tension is different. I felt it. I looked straight away at the Fama camp.
My voice cannot go at 9:30 in the morning.
It's going to go 8 ball because this game, I tell you what, if you want to be woke up in the morning, don't get a coffee. Just put this game on.
Wow. What have Fama got in the locker? In response, here is Creativo.
What a save. Jeez.
They have met a man in fine form. Dizzy throws himself into the net. One of the most hungover people on that team as well, but his reactions are still there. Sign of a world-class goalkeeper, perhaps. Chatfy heads home. Dizzy collects.
And for those people that can't see the clock, 60 minutes have been played, 30 minutes left. And they're jeering misplaced passes from this Fama team, hoping they don't have to play them.
Nashor cuts it back to Nogueira. What a game. Polga, Kyle by Reese with an assist to his name.
Here's that man. Oh my.
Dispossessed, NGK, Dreezy, Nogueira. The names, Domino, the world-class names.
That's an unbelievable ball, a raking ball through. It should
Fletch
go for
does
a corner.
well. Fletch does well twice, but it will fall at the feet of Polga. Nashor turns, stabs it in. Chatfy does well. It's going to need a second one. It does, but it's going to come straight back. One back by the goal scorer. Smudger loses out though. Creativo beats his man. He's got half a yard. Breaks into the box. Cuts it to the back stick. There's Fletch, but it's going to fall at the feet of Taziak. Good skills, but Fletch is there. It's rinse and repeat at the moment. Fama doing really well to keep this pressure on, but Patronus doing really well to keep them out at the moment. Blocked by Matt DJ. Excellent stuff from him as per usual.
I know Patronus are going into a little bit of shell at the minute. They just got to keep that mentality 8 ball off the 2-1 down and keep the momentum going, because they've got a long time, 20 virtual minutes to do this against Fama, and it's a very, very hard task. They need to switch back on and think they're 1 goal down, because the way they were playing 8 ball up till that second goal, incredible.
I don't even think it's their attitude, Dominic. I think it's Fama's attitude. They are, they're angry. They're angry and slightly anxious looking over, but more angry than anything.
I mean, I saw Johnny's face and the scowl is there, but to be fair, I've never seen him spar, so.
And correction, it was Reese who put that ball in the net. He got the actual first knockdown as well, so I thought he got the assist, but no, he's the grey hair. It was him who equalised for his side. He'll remember that for years to come. Tell his grandchildren.
If Patronus manage to cause this upset, it turns this competition on its head.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. And don't forget, boys and girls, it is straight up knockout. So if there is no winner in 90 minutes, we will be going through its viewers to extra time and penalties. We may very well not need that, though. Here's Ween, swings it in. Everything for anyone. Oh, my God! What have I just seen?
Abel!
What have I just seen? The turnaround is complete. A 50-50 in the air.
Oh, my.
Ween's on the line. It's 1 yard out. He's put it home. Arguably the most important goal of his career. 3-2 Patronus. You would have got very good money on that at half-time, I'll tell you that.
10 virtual minutes left, Abel. 10 virtual minutes left for this tournament to get turned upside down. Abel, I have no words. I'm not even commentating the minute, Abel. I'm just spectating it.
Oh my. Oh my. I mean, Fama, they don't need to be patient. They need kitchen sink. They need the whole utility room, dining table, everything.
Every tackle's being cheered here.
3-2. I mean, what a way to kick off Sunday. Bloody Sunday. There's 6 minutes left, boys and girls. Are Patronus going to do the unthinkable? I think before the game kicked off, Domino, it's a LAN. It's a LAN. It's 50-50. At 2-0 down, it's very much not 50-50. But here we are, talking about Patronus getting through to the quarterfinals.
Winning the throw as well.
They are 4 virtual minutes plus stoppage time away from doing the unthinkable.
The unthinkable 8 ball.
It really, truly is. It's one of the most remarkable things I've seen if they can complete this turnaround. In my 2.5 years of calling games, we left it until I was in person to see the best turnaround I've ever seen. But they've got to do it. They've got to get over the line. It's Taziak. Beats his man.
Oh,
It's a penalty.
Stonewaller. 8-baller was a Stonewaller.
No.
Stonewaller 8-ball.
It's
it was
heartbreaking.
an absolute Stonewaller. Here we goes Drees. In my opinion, been man off the match for Patronus in the LAN. And they've given it to Polgish.
It's Polga.
The goal machine. He went
Here
middle
we
last
go.
time.
Oh, he's dinked it.
Oh my. Polgish, the nerves 8-ball. The absolute nerves 8-ball. The nerves in him. That man has got nerves of steel.
I'm actually speechless. We
Oh,
might
he's
be
already
it! Oh, big save from Dizzy. Wow. Wow. That could have been it, and they know it. Oh, my days. I mean, good luck to whoever's playing after this. It's going to be a very, very tough match. Wow. Oh, they're not finished, are they?
They're not finished
They're
here,
not
8-ball.
finished at all. Creativo into the box. Stabbed in. It's Taziak. Picks up the loose ball. Tackled once. Polga, though, shifts it onto the right. And cleared by Fletcher. And arguably the biggest cheer of the day. Wow. Wow.
I'm just going to quickly switch to comms. Look how close me and 8-ball are to the monitor.
I just stopped commentating at one point.
I think it was just screams and noises.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you can tell the buzz here of who you'd rather be in the camp. There is a subdued Fama, and we go back to see them. And look at the smiles, 8-ball. They look like they got the tails up. They look confident. They know a penalty is a coin flip.
I'm so glad you're here, Domino, because I can't commentate right now. I'm still processing what I've just seen.
Yeah, I'm not even breaking it down. I'm going to break it down later on. I'm not breaking down the game at the minute because we got another 15 virtual minutes until we kick back off 8-ball.
This is the only time I'm going to be glad for that stupid 45 seconds in between.
I can't have that on a LAN event.
minutes.
I can't have that on a LAN event as well. I get enough at home.
Well then. 3 goals apiece.
I don't think there was a team talk with Patronus. I think they were just talking about the game. I don't think anyone was.
Mate.
Yeah, I just don't think anyone was talking where the Fama have had a team talk there. What's next? And their aim is obviously to.
Well, they might not need one. It's headed down
Lewis
to
FIFA.
the danger man. Wins. Gets the shot. I tell you what, that's a massive block.
I tell you what, the keeper weren't moving. 8-ball. The keeper weren't moving.
It was goal bound.
Keeper weren't moving.
Headed down, swept up nicely by Nicholas. You is the engine room. Travella over the top wobble. That is if he can keep it in field position instead. That's fine.
They've got to pin him in here, 8-ball.
Yeah.
It's a good chance here. If you can win this first ball and pin them in.
They win it back though. It's Nayshaw. Over the top it goes.
Might be off.
Suspicion of offside. Suspicions confirmed. Back it goes. 95 minutes gone. There is an eerie silence.
Oh no!
Oh no! It might erupt now because it's Polga on the ball. Gets it back.
What a tackle!
Big tackle. Nothing given this time. Ewers looking for the Hollywood pass. Instead finds Lewis FIFA's feet.
You got to go back to him.
Weens. I'm still thinking about that Weens goal, Domino.
Yeah.
On the goal line. I've never seen it before. 50-50 with the goalkeeper.
Oh, you've got to give it. Lewis FIFA 8-ball. Is
Every
out of his
time.
skin.
Oh, taken down by Fletcher. Oh,
what a block again. Keeping it move, 8-ball.
Wow.
They just need to play this chaos ball, 8-ball.
Yeah.
Get the ball in the box. I don't think Fama can deal with it at the minute.
Introduce a little anarchy.
Absolutely.
Headed away. Picked up by Taziak, who's having
Yeah,
having
absolutely.
a really
100%.
good game.
100%. You've got to have to do it.
Hope you boys are enjoying this at home. I don't know how we're going to top this.
You can't do this. You
We've
can't.
peaked early.
Yeah, you can't do this at 9 o'clock. You genuinely can't do this at 9 o'clock.
And as if my throat wasn't bad enough after yesterday's 15-hour stream.
I don't know what's happening there. I'm nervous for both teams, 8-ball. I'm just so nervous for both teams.
They've kept it in.
Question mark.
Twice. Wow. Okay, here we go then. Taziak squares his man up. Good feet from him. Tried to go for that through ball. Polga's going to pick it up on the edge of the box. He got a bit of space. Gives it to Creativo.
Oh.
Wow. I think Creativo had
Whiskers.
enough time. I think he had enough time to
Whiskers.
to Whiskers, yeah. Nayshaw, edge of the box, loads of space for Dreezy. Cuts it onto the right. Nicholas B is there. He's having a good game. Soaking up a lot of pressure, Patronus.
Oh, fantastic
Yeah,
work.
great work. Really good work. Down the line it goes. Taziak loses his man. Gets half a yard. Gets to the byline. Back onto the left. Travella's it in. 2 men in the box. Reese wins the header.
Oh,
Nogueira takes
Nogueira.
it down. Good battle with Liam Ewers there as well. The ball gets cleared, and here is the 45 seconds of reflection time.
Thanks, April.
Which I need.
Again, it's going to be rinse and repeat 8-ball. It's going to be Patronus hoping or smelling something on the counter-attack with the majority of pressure and possession coming from Macau. I can't see it going any other way. But the biggest chance of that half came to Patronus. 2 of them. Great blocks.
Yeah, yeah. And at this point, anything can happen. And that's where we're at with this one. Genuinely, a lot of this game I've been speechless, which I appreciate is not great for a commentator. But yeah, I'm sure you can probably appreciate that. Cries about us.
Mikey said Nicholas B playing like a prime Kante.
He really is.
Yeah.
And he's needed to as well. The scary thing is he's been one of Patronus' best players and have conceded 3 goals, so it doesn't make any sense.
No.
But I think that's a testament to...
But this is what they need to do, 8-ball.
Yeah.
Get it up, get the flick-ons, that kind of R4P method, 8-ball. Just get the ball. Don't let the press cut you up, really. Get the ball into their half, see if you can win the knockdown, see if you can win the second ball. And for Fama, really, it's rinse and repeat, isn't it? Carry on.
I feel like there's a goal here.
I don't know which way to go, the 8-ball. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like there is a goal here. The game deserves it. The game deserves some ecstasy, some more cheering. Either way, one of these teams is going home early doors, and it's going to be a crime, regardless of who it is, because both of them have performed so well for probably different reasons. But such is the nature of Sunday. One and done for one of these teams. They've got men over. Smudger gives it to Fletch. Step over.
I just thought it was the wrong decision.
Right.
Lewis FIFA had space to run 8-ball, and you've seen how dangerous.
Held it up a little bit more, if I'm honest. He almost shifted the responsibility a little bit to Fletch. I don't think he wanted it that early. And we've seen Fletch when he gets the ball in the box as well. He's dangerous. I would have waited for him.
We've got 6 virtual minutes.
Wow, yeah, that went fast. 6 minutes remaining. Someone to be a hero, to send their team into the quarterfinals. Big money prizes too. That's a good corner. Taziek to the byline. They will get another corner. $4,000 for the winner. I can confirm that because I've seen the giant check. Back sticks, headed down. Well played, Matt DJ there in the nick of time. 3 players up for Patronus. I like this. Good positive thinking from these boys. The intention is there. Lewis FIFA again, take a bow. Van Mav. Collective groans from that side of the room. I think probably more from Van Mav than anyone else. He knows he's better than that. 2 minutes remaining. Brecher fires it off and wins. Probably for the goal.
Like he owed him money.
Yeah, wide up. This is going to penalties, isn't it? Unless we see the most dramatic thing I've ever seen in pro clubs. Van Mav to Smudger. The gaffer. That's do you know what?
It's chaos.
Ball.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a quality ball. Just no one on the same wavelength. Stabbed in again. We're going all the way unless Taziek can do something here. Yeah, take him down.
You've got to pull him down. You've got to pull him down. You've got to. that tackle was cheered. Here we go. We're straight in it, 8-ball. We're straight in it. We're straight in it. There's no breaks here.
Wow. Who's going to be a hero? Is it going to be Edu Martins or is it going to be Dizzy? Ewers stepping up first. Keep it the wrong way.
That was a not great penalty for Ewers. If I'm
any penalty that goes in is a good penalty. Dreezy down the middle.
Oh, fair enough. You know Fama are the only ones that practice penalties as well, of which way they're going to go.
Van Mav. Silence. Where Edu Martins makes the save. Now Nayshaw has the opportunity to compile some misery for this Patronus side. It is 2-1. Up steps one of the men of the match, Lewis FIFA.
That for me was never in doubt. I don't know why. When Lewis stepped up, it was never in doubt for me.
Wow. Here we go, Creativo. The cameraman finds the back of the net. It's been 3 world-class penalties for Fama Macau. 3 from 3. Here's Smudger.
Oh!
Edu Martins is the hero, and here we go. A chance to cement their place in the quarterfinals. Slots it home.
What a
It's
game.
Nogueira.
I'll give it a clap. I'll give it a clap.
Confirmation that Famalicão are through. They
That
needed,
is a game, I tell you.
they needed
That is a
penalties
game.
to do it, but congratulations to Famalicão. Commiserations to Patronus. The rest of the LAN, you'll do very, very well to beat that.
I'm going to get a player from each team.
Yeah.
I'll start with one of the Patronus boys. Are you okay doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
My fear is we peak too early with that. Wow.
I'll get you as captain.
R4P Merciless coming up next, gents. Somebody has to lose. Exactly that. Exactly that. And it's to be fair, it's going to be difficult today because we got to know all of these teams over Saturday. Really, really nice sets of lads, but there's literally only one team can win. So unlucky, buddy. Very, very well played. Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah, we'll get the gaffer on. Here he is. Right then, first and foremost, Liam Ewers, the gaffer for Patronus. Thoughts? I'll let you take the lead on this one because I don't want to ask you anything that is going to upset you, but I just want your thoughts on the last 20-25 minutes, mate.
Just gutted, to be fair.
Yeah.
I generally 2-0 down. I thought, come back to Tool. When we went to Tool, I thought we won it.
Yeah.
I had the faith. They were crumbling. Last minute, we give away a bad penalty, shouldn't have been given away. And yeah, we've gone from there, and they've.
I think it's fair to say you had them on the ropes,
yeah.
and it's one of those things where you can take pride in that, but also at the same time, is that going to be enough for you guys? Because I know you set your sights higher than taking Fama all the way.
Wanted to beat them. I said to the lads last night, but when we left here, I said we're going to get a 9 o'clock kickoff against Fam, and it happened. And I said it's going to go one or two ways. We're going to beat them, we're going to go and win the tournament, or we're going to lose. And we went out in style, to be fair, didn't we?
I mean, I think the saving grace is you've got a lot of people in that chat who are now Patronus fans, and Fama. They've left the room. They know they've had a game, and
they can't leave the room. I've called Heights.
To be honest, I don't think they expected that much of a game from you guys. So I think that is at least you guys can take that to the bank.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can say to you to make it better.
We ain't out yet. We're still waiting on Heights and Playstyles, aren't we?
I feel like there's been enough drama and emotion already without someone saying something about Heights but yeah, I mean, it's fantastic stuff from a neutral point of view, but
yeah.
I think the main message here from ourselves, the chat as well, is that you guys absolutely smashed it, and yeah, you gave one of the best teams in the world a really, really good run for that.
Yeah, I appreciate all the support from everyone anyway.
Thank you very much, mate. And
yeah, it's a good day anyway.
Yeah, stick around and
whoever plays Fam, hope you win. Cheers for watching,
right,
guys.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much. I mean, I've turned this camera on, Domino. I've turned our comms on, but I don't have anything to say.
8 ball. I just went to the Patronus boys. They were buzzing, obviously not with the result, but and you done the video with viewers. The smiles on their face after, and they just said, look, and it is a common trend that they were hungover the first time. I said, look, if you took it seriously first day, you wouldn't have got grouped with Fama. Like, that's what it is.
A really good point.
But playing like that, there's no discredit, and that game was probably, I'm going to say it here now, 8 ball.
Yep.
And maybe because it's in person or the atmosphere, but that's probably my favourite game I've ever called on stream.
Yeah, one for the grandchildren, that one.
Oh my, it's just the crowd noises, the chants, the who are you, the sacked in the morning. It's everything about that game that was incredible. Spoke to the Fama bot, and do you know what? They're just cool, calm, collective. I will say, I did speak to Johnny and say, can we do an interview? He said no. So if anyone wants to Fama lot,
I mean, I think once things had died down a little bit, the players were more than happy to jump in. We ran out of time, but I think immediately Domino went straight over after full-time whistle, and it was a big fat no. So
yeah.
I mean, I said to you is they know they had a game, and they immediately.
Well, with the interview, mate, if they didn't have it, he'd be like, oh, who wants to do an interview? Like you said at the time.
Yep.
They knew there was holes there. They were not happy with the performance, and they got pushed in the first game. So he might, and there's no discredit. If people don't want to do an interview, I have no problem with it. Trust me. And he might want to get the boys back and be like, right, okay, let's have a quick talk because let's talk about that. And they've got not a quick turnaround time. So I completely get it. But
still funny.
Still funny. And you know how I take rejection as well, Abel.
Well, you should be used to it. Right, we've got R4P versus Merciless for you coming up in literally 30 seconds. So again, we've got these turnaround times down to a T. Gringo's on the floor. Trust that man with my life. He is running things.
Invite sent.
Invite sent. Well,
We got to quickly talk about, I don't know if you've done any talk about R4P before this game. April, what a Saturday they had.
R4P are, we know they're a good side, and obviously had a very, very good season last season, getting promotion from the UK champ as well. So they're on a high, and finally they've got to that point now where they're able to show. Sorry, I was a little bit confused. I just saw Patronus pop up, but they're getting to the point where they can show people what they're about, and what better stage to do it now. Round of 16, knockouts of the LAN, taking on Merciless.
Yeah, absolutely able. Merciless had a good tournament as performances. Results-wise, absolutely not.
Yeah, spot on that.
But
yeah.
performances, I think each game they were better. Each game they showed more. And they played together for 3 games now, and everyone they're better. So I would expect a better Merciless, but R4P are purring.
I think they go into this as favourites, and I don't think Merciless will mind me saying that. But, I mean, look what we just saw in the last game, so maybe it's not preferable to go in as favourites. Well, maybe for the first 10 minutes it is, but after that. R4P in the traditional orange kit, taking on Merciless, who are in the blue and white. They're playing as Patronus. I mean, that's probably a good tactic in itself, Domino.
Yeah.
The spirit of Patronus lives on in this LAN. Andy the Gaffer had a fantastic Saturday.
They haven't even changed their pros. They're just using their pros they got left for them.
Cut out. Wavy. Chris. Banks got himself a goal yesterday. A very, very good Saturday for R4P. 2 wins and a draw. No, 3 wins, wasn't it, actually? Yeah. Tom gives it to Driscoll. Looking at the ball over the top. Bit too straight. So it's going to fall back with Dan. Here's Rickles, the danger man, to another danger man. Danger men for days, Domino. Banks. Chris down the line to Wavy. Luke over the top. Whoa, I was going to say what a ball that would have been. I mean,
it was offside.
He's flagged for offside.
Got to give it. It made him make the action, but never mind.
To be fair, it's working out now. Here's SP the camp. JT, great work from him. That partnership, JT and Andy yesterday, very, very good. not just playing wise, not just linking up, but the actual output as well. They were getting goals left, right, and centre, assists left, right, and centre. More of the same from those boys today, I'm sure, is the cry. Ripples inside to Luke, finds the gaffer. Happy to be patient so far. It's been all R4P. Luke swings it in, back post, knocked down. JT picks it up. I think there was an initial offside, which is why it's been pulled back. Strange one, that.
Someone was injured, Abel.
Yeah, and they're not going to give it back either. Inside it goes to Luke. Slides it through to Andy. Great tackle by Tom, who again had a fantastic Saturday.
Tom did have a fantastic Saturday. Grew very, very well into those games. Actually, to be fair, I think he started the race off really well in every game. I don't see him.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that dodgy performance in the first game, a 4-0 loss. But since then, like you said, they had the performances, just not the results.
Yeah.
And I think I think the team talk either yesterday or this morning, depending on how much alcohol they drunk, was, look, the performances were there. We just need to turn those performances. You know, it's a results business at the end of the day, especially on this Sunday. If we can turn some of those good performances into a win, I mean, it's a big ask against this side though, and they're against the Posh at the moment. One positive is they've not created anything clear-cut so far. We're 21 minutes in.
Sometimes 8-ball in these these in-person LAN events, sometimes it's not the teams that have got the better quality, it's the teams that have got the better momentum.
Yeah.
Because that's what gets you through stuff like this. The quality sometimes go out the window, where if you've got the confidence and the momentum, that carries you through. And I think with what R4P have done in the first day, they've very much got that.
I agree. And that's why they go into this as favourites, because a lot of the time it doesn't even come down to footballing ability. It really just is, how was your Saturday and how can you perform at a LAN? And these boys were here last year, don't forget, and they played like they had that experience. I mean, everyone here's a baller, like we know that. But R4P just had that little bit of swagger about them because they've been here before. We mentioned it to Andy on the interview we did with him, and that was the first thing he picked up, and that's a reverse pass by Andy. It's wavy. What a tackle that is!
Wow,
I mean,
that's a
again,
late flag, no flag.
Psychological, Domino, because that is a tackle and a half by Jack, who again had a fantastic Saturday as well. 29 minutes, Liam. Who is the left centre back for R4P? It's probably Chris. Everyone loves Chris. There he is. Bang on cue. Cut out by Huncho. Slides it through to Shamsi. Good block. It's going to get it back though. Chris playing up for the cameras. Shamsi, lone striker. Looks like he's playing up front by himself once again. I believe, if memory serves correctly, they started this LAN tournament with 2 up top. Got beat 4-0 and quickly went to 1 up top. Since then, they've looked really good, and a lot of that's to do with Shamsi. Is he banging in goals left, right, and centre? No. Is he working his socks off? Absolutely. Occupying 3 centre halves.
Yep.
It's a big ask to do, and he's doing it really, really well. Wavy. Not going to win that against Tom. It's the through ball header, and Noob Slayer comes across from wide centre back. SB wins it. Good block from, of course, it's Chris.
R4P here just coming under a little bit of pressure, 8-ball.
Yeah, the tables have turned. They're soaking up nicely though, aren't they?
Yeah.
First touch for iMercs. Long ball flicked on nicely. Andy looking for a strike partner. JT feeds it through, goes down. I think it was more of a foul on the centre back than the other way around. 39 minutes gone, 5 minutes till half time, 0-0. Little bit different than the last game.
Yeah, absolutely 8-ball.
It's kind of what we needed if we're going to go all the way through.
Ooh.
Wow.
I thought it was a good tackle, to be fair, but when you see an animation of them doing a 360 on the floor, good tackle.
Spinner-Rooney hunch.
Oh my.
They've given the first one, haven't they?
Questionable officially.
Yeah, it's not been the best officiated game, actually. It's not very often we speak about the referee on him, but I don't think he's had a great game. 2 minutes to half time.
2 questionable offsides, 2 questionable decisions, fair play to them.
JT to Rigas. Gets it back to JT. Excellent defending from Hibbert. Goes long. Shamsi, there's that hold-up play. It's fantastic work. Honestly, he just bounces off centre halves. Driscoll, great work from him. Doesn't need anything more because that is half-time. I mean, they're playing in the Patronus kit. They've not managed to ignite the game like Patronus did, but they did most of their good work in the second half, Domino. So maybe that's what they're going for.
Yeah, I think R4P, as you'd expect the favourites to do, took charge of the game early. They're merciless throughout this tournament, just got better and better, and throughout that half got better and better. Towards the end, they were the one dictating play, majority of possession, and yeah, Shamsi up top, 8-ball. There's got to be something said to hitting a man like that and making it stick, and I think they've found that now. And you've got to find a rhythm and a groove, and every time they hit Shamsi, he makes it stick and brings other people into the game, and they're doing really well there. I think R4P just can't get that rhythm back since it's been wrestled away for them. What do you think they've got to do to kind of bring this game back towards, their ledger?
I mean, I think if they'd got a goal in that first half, I think maybe they would have ran away with it a little bit.
Fair.
Now, this is what we're going to see throughout today. If you don't get an early goal, the nerves start to creep in, the doubt starts to creep in, you start to get apprehensive, you start, pulling the trigger when you don't need to, start making passes you don't have to. That is the beauty of the LAN. I genuinely think, and we've probably seen enough to back this up as evidence, anyone can beat anyone today. And that's the beauty of it. Patronus not playing. Do not be alarmed. This is Merciless versus R4P. Second of the round of 16 games. If you missed the last game, go back and watch it. Promise you, it'll be worth your time. R4P though in the all orange, Merciless in the blue and white Patronus kit. 50 minutes gone, goalless. SB slides it through to Shamsi. Finds Kezelak, gets the shot off over the crossbar. It goes. Mercs would say you had that one covered.
I'm not going to say it's as big 8-ball, but Merciless put an upset here on R4P. Would you think that'll go down as a big upset compared to where these two obviously finished in the Saturday? Or do you not reading anything to it?
I know, because I genuinely flagged Merciless as one of the teams to watch because they've got all these individuals. These are good players. These are players that are well known in pro clubs, so it wouldn't surprise me. The thing that would surprise me is that they've gelled as a team, and Merc's big save, a yard either side, and I think we might have been looking at the opener. It's just how quickly you can get these players to gel, and like we keep saying, Merciless did not gel in that first game. Second game, absolutely. Third game, absolutely. And then from now on in this second half. So that's the only thing that would surprise me.
That's an unbelievable
Riggers
ball.
take a bow, and I mean, Rosson had a fantastic Saturday. I know we keep saying that, but we had a lot of standout performances. He was one of them.
Yeah.
The low shot, which we are seeing as a preference at the moment, makes the save. Hibbert over his own crossbar.
That whole transition of play 8-ball, the way he held up the ball, looked for the runners. There was two options there. Timed it beautifully.
Yeah, Riggers.
The shot and the save.
Take him out, Riggers. 60th minute. End-to-end stuff now. SB, Akers to run into. Finds Striker's feet. Gets it back over the top first time. Wavy heads home. Immediately out to this far side. Rickles flicks it on. Want to see more from him. JT is the man that the gaffer highlighted as their one to watch yesterday on interview. What can he do in this final 25 minutes? SB wins it back. Switches the play. Jack goes long, of course. Shamsi is the target. Banks does well this time. Although turns back into trouble, and Shamsi was there for seconds. Kezelab, wobble that is. Finds Huncho, breaks into the
Great
box.
defending,
Eggers, take him out, son. I mean, not that.
Never that.
Shamsi has his pocket pinched.
And R4P defends so well, 8-ball.
Oh yeah.
Like, not only in the positioning sense, but the one-on-ones. Each individual can put in a decent shift there. Look at the Riggers again.
Yeah, he's made amends there. Wavy, Striker's feet.
Wow,
Striker's
I thought he'd go and challenge him. He's about 3 foot.
Tom does well, wins it back, but it's immediately given back to the boys in orange. saw that assist from Bugsy yesterday, Domino, the wide centre-back. I would maybe like to see him get forward a little bit more as well. He had an opportunity there. We know he's got a ping on him now. That long diagonal to Kezalat was against Fama, if I'm not mistaken.
And we're coming up to 15 minutes of virtual game left here, 8-ball. 0-0 with neither side looking likely to break the deadlock, if I'm honest with you.
Here is Bugsy.
I'll say that now.
To Halsey. Wrong choice, I think. Luke repels. Riggers there as well, but Halsey makes up for that stab pass to no one. Back post is on Riggers. Defensively solid. But yeah, both teams struggling to break the deadlock at the moment. I think it's more nerves than anything.
You did say you see a lot more draws today than you will yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, I knew there'd be draws, but I didn't think there'd be 3 draws.
What was our draw count yesterday, Ball? 2, 3? 4.
4 out of 24.
However, I won't say it.
We're at 100% at the moment. Jack. Far side. Den gets in the way of that one. Luke to Riggers. Slides it through to JT. Great tackle from Hibbert. Stands off Riggers. Luke C rides the tackle, but Bugsy is there. Nicely taken down by Huncho. Finds SB. Has his pocket pinched. And it's getting pulled back. I'm not a fan of this referee, I can't lie. That was a long old advantage. Unique SBBS up next after this game, whenever it may finish. Remember, if they cannot be separated after 90 minutes, will be extra time and then penalties. SB to Kezalat. Hands off to Driscoll. Good partnership over on that far side. JT intercepts. And now R4P comes streaming forward. Riggers slides it through to Luke. Finds Andy's feet into the boxes. Wavy back post. Stands it up. Driscoll does really well under pressure too. Tom can't find a way through. Good pressure from R4P. Den puts his foot on it. Gets it to the gap. I'm surprised this referee hasn't given it. SB slides it through. Shamsi, has he held his line? No, he has not. Inches in it, Domino. Inches in it. 89th minute. That would have been a story.
It's getting a little bit end-to-end here, 8-ball.
It needed it, to be fair.
With 1 virtual minute left plus extra time.
Are we going to have a match winner? Who's going to be the hero? Bugsy does really, really well. Pretty heroic, if you ask me.
2 added minutes, 8-ball, so probably the last chance saloon for R4P to get a winner in normal time. Or, saying that, nope, R4P.
There is slid through.
He's on.
JT.
He's on.
Oh,
what a save
from Rosson.
Extra time, 8-ball.
Wow.
When you need to stand up and be counted.
And we said yesterday the amount of mistakes that got punished because this is such a high standard. Now all of a sudden, yes, it's still a high standard, but everyone's nervous. That was a nervous finish, I think.
Yep.
There it is, confirmation of our first ever 0-0.
I know. Where's the crowd up doing this one?
It's just leaving it to me and you. R4P 0, Merciless 0. We will go to extra time.
I like how a lot of the teams have come here a little bit early, 8-ball. Even the evening teams have come here.
Well, most of these teams got up at a decent time yesterday. That's probably why.
Are you throwing some shade on people?
Yeah,
like us.
After this, all right. Here we go then. 30 minutes. 30 virtual minutes, thankfully, of extra time. Housekeeping, R4P in the orange, giving the ball away. Shamsi and Co. for Merciless in the blue and the white.
That's a good ball. Oh, that's a better ball.
Here we go. JT in the box, goes near post, good block by Hibbard. I tell you what, Arthur he didn't do enough of in that second half is get the ball to Andy.
Oh, absolutely able. Well, just get the ball, just more progressive thinking. Like I said, it did look a little bit nervous from them.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're going to see that a lot. I love that, by the way. Love that. First time volley at the LAN. Yes, please. Appreciate went off for a throw, but still. Luke into Den. Riggers. Andy Amazing shifts it on to... I don't think he needed to shift inside. He had half the yard. I tell you what, Wavy's done really well there, though. Hands it off to Luke, who's got enough time to pick a pass. Does exactly that. Keep finding the gaffer. That is the tactic.
He had a great land so far.
Yeah, Riggers into Luke. Good feet from him. Great turn. Coming back inside, surprisingly. Then out wide where Rickles has got space. Been very quiet by his high standards.
Yeah, really, really quiet. But, you know, he's a big game player, big moment player.
Speaking of big moments, there it is! There's the opener, and it's taken 99.
And is that the gaffer,
minutes.
Abel?
Of course it's
is
the
that
gaffer.
The gaffer?
Of course it's the gaffer. Goal number 5, I think, for that man. This LAN tournament, he may very well be walking away with a trophy that says top goal scorer. And I think it's 50. More importantly, huge goal for R4P.
5 minutes left of the first half of extra time as well, Abel.
Yeah, we got that 45 seconds as well.
I can't do this anymore. I can't do this commentary with you
I
anymore.
quit. Right, Merciless. It's kitchen sink time. You don't need to be patient. It's Sunday. There's no patience this Sunday. Honcho. SB. Shamsi tries to slide through. Banks does really, really well.
Anyway, would do.
I mean, they've got time to muster something up here. Hibbard, the centre half. That tells you exactly how they're thinking at the moment. It has left spaces at the back. JT. Riggers. Finds Andy. That's who you want to find in this situation. Oh my God, he struck the crossbar. It's bounced down as well.
How is he winning that ball, Abel?
He's a danger. He is a danger. And I tell you what,
he's 4 foot.
Considering Merciless had a throw-in the bottom left-hand corner, and somehow we ended up with R4P hitting the crossbar 30 seconds later. I mean, yeah, there's game management and there's game management. I appreciate Merciless need to go for this, but yeah, that's exactly what we've been talking about. Merciless are a team of very, very good individuals as an actual collective. I mean, they've probably played 3 or 4 games together.
That's what I mean, mate. Needed a better bedding in period than they have now. And they're the first to admit it. When I'm speaking to them individually, they're the first to admit exactly that, really.
Yeah.
But like I said, because you've got individual bits of quality all through that team, that's all this game needs. It's all they need. One individual bit of quality from the Shamsies, Driscolls, the SB9s.
Yeah, don't necessarily see it as negative.
Yep.
Use it as a positive and get themselves back into this game. Ballsy. And we'll probably see them play the best football they've played. Oh, that's a 25-yard speculative effort. IMAX equal to it. Rickles happy to let that go over his head, and they will get through as well.
And to be fair, we talked about that IMAX save on 75th minute where he tipped it around the side.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff.
Luke into JT. On the overlap is Rickles. I mean, was Rickles out on the source last night?
I know.
SB. Down the line it goes. Keza. First time cross in. Hibbard chests it down. Good save from Mercs. And that is what R4P have got in reserve, is a world-class goalkeeper.
Yep. That's sometimes the biggest difference maker, April.
And it's proving...
What a tackle that is.
Oh, wow. Kezalan through on one. There is
my.
the goalkeeper called into action again. Headed down. It's not gone yet. Big tackle.
Folded him. Deck chair stuff.
Big tackle from Luke, but another big save from IMAX. He's barely been called upon this whole weekend, but he's there if you need him. Shamsi. Luke again. Excellent work from him. Unable to turn. Tom's there, but given away to Den. Riggers fakes going out wide. Rides the tackle, gives it to Luke, who's had a fantastic extra time until I said that. Slides it through. Shamsi again running in the 116th minute. Keeps it alive. Banks is there. Ricochets off. R4P are 3 virtual minutes away from getting over the line, booking their place in the quarterfinal. Tom, you do not have time, son. Goes long. Repelled immediately. JT. You're going to see some game management.
Just got to wait for Rickles on that side. Pop the ball off to him. There you go. And you're going to run down that clock.
R4P game management 101, boys and girls. Wavy. Back to Luke. Back to the halfway line. Riggers is going to go long. And I tell you what, the knockdown may well be on. It does not matter. There is confirmation. R4P advance to the next round at the expense of Merciless, who have been a fantastic watch this whole tournament. Congratulations, R4P. Commiserations, Merciless. Let's get those teams turned around. Unique versus SBBS up next.
Aaron, bingo. Just make sure they're not taking any wires.
I like it.
Right, guys, we're going to get Big Chris for you, coming on for an interview. This way, son. Because you've got to be on camera. It's the rules, son. Right, get these headphones, pop these headphones on you, son. Big Chris. Big man. Mate, talk to me about that game. The chat was popping off. Me and 8ball was popping off. You were incredible that game.
Well, the team were. I lagged out at half time. So.
That's the way you were going across there. The first half, it was all you. Rickles came into the second half and he just took your position of winning everything back. But that first half for you, talk to me about how you're playing.
Just trying to cover defence first, attack second. If we don't concede, we can't lose.
Is that the mentality that you impose on the team, or is that what you've been told by the management?
That's what we always start with. Defend. If you can't concede, you can't lose. So
Yeah.
if you defend, then you go forward.
Right, so your job is primarily the defensive aspect first.
Yeah.
Nice. How you found the LAN event?
It's good. It's really good. It was an upgrade from last year. Definitely
Yep.
an upgrade. It's run a lot better. It's a lot smoother. I don't get the hostility towards the Portuguese team, but it's funny. But I don't get it.
Well, being on stream, I'll always say is one of your favourites, you get a bit of stick, and two, they've got that aura where they don't speak to anyone. I mean, it is a language barrier thing, but they give it as good as they get it sometimes. But yeah, I mean, R4P was probably one of our standouts in yesterday's lot because you went 3 for 3, winning all your games, and then a hard test with Merciless because you didn't know what Merciless turn up. They're a team of absolute mercenaries, so you don't know what kind of people you'll turn up there. How was the game for you? How do you feel it went?
It was tricky. It was very tricky. I wasn't expecting them to attack as much as they did. They covered everything that we tried to do, and eventually we got through. But yeah, they're doing better today than they were yesterday.
No, absolutely. I think they've grown in every single game, so you got probably Merciless at their absolute best in the tournament. They pushed you all the way. Going 4 from 4 now and getting to the quarters, is there a slight suspicion or a thought process for you guys that you can generally go all the way?
I think if we get past the next team, we've got a big shout for it.
Yep. I just think you grow into tournaments, and the most interesting thing through to me, and I say it on the stream all the time, I mean, I've covered you guys for 2 years, it's always the case where you start slow, you build better, last game's always your best, but you've actually hit the races running early on. You've actually started very, very well, and you've got better. You're my dark horses in this one because of that defensive acumen. And I mean, teams like Fama, you can contain teams like that and hit teams on the break, especially with your front three that you've got. But what are you expecting for the next game?
It's going to be a very tough one. Very, very tough one. And hopefully we can actually pull through it without conceding.
Yeah, mate, yeah. And to be, I appreciate you coming on. Congratulations, mate, and good luck for the rest of the games.
Thank you very
Take care of yourself. Big Chris there, guys, on the stream. Up next for you boys, we have got Unique New York versus SBBS. Unique, to be fair, had a really, really good tournament so far. A couple of great wins. A unbelievable win over Fama. That was their last game as well, so confidence must be quite high. And then SBBS, they've got the feeling of bridesmaids and never the bride. They had really good games, but really close losses. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. And these games here, like the R4P, the Merciless, the Lincolns, the Optimals, the Focus, the Shrewsburys, they're dead on 50-50s, dead rubber games, which you really can't call either way, even depending on last week. So, yeah, excited to get in this one. And to be fair, the turnaround time and the organisation today has been really, really good. So, we're going to carry on going across here. I'm going to put you boys back to the screen. Someone's creating their build now, so that's fantastic. So yeah, clip that. All right, in a bit.
I know he didn't want to do it. That's why. Oh, I know he didn't want to do it. He said in the chat he didn't want to do it. Did he? Oh, that explains. Oh, I didn't. Oh, how did we miss that? Maybe they moved any. Yeah, it must have. Otherwise, we would have seen it. No, we definitely mentioned that.
Your voice is not heard today.
Yeah, they are actually.
You said suffering yesterday, mate. I seen it getting close to like 11 o'clock. You were like, oh, fucking finish the game. Oh, mate, I was fucking. I didn't sleep at all.
cries of "Come on!"
Teammate, take care of yourself.
And it is the SBBS boys who are a lot more vocal. The Unique boys, I didn't give a shout out to those guys. They are probably, arguably, other than Mr. DeLosa himself and the Sheffield Wednesday staff, the only people who were here longer than us yesterday.
Oh, mate, 100%.
Or not longer, the same time.
I don't think there's anyone there longer.
So fair play to those guys. Good shift from them. The majority of those guys stayed for the whole day yesterday.
And to be fair, the support they were giving other teams around there, and just the being
bunch.
vocal in the crowd, mate, they were good. And we've got to talk about it, and I said while I finished the interview with Chris, they're coming off that absolute colossus win, 8 ball.
Oh yeah. It's still being talked about the day after, so it just tells you. And I think I said at the time, I do genuinely think that is going to be the team talk for a lot of teams this weekend when they come up against the quote unquote bigger teams.
Yep.
And to be talked about like that must be quite cool. So, I mean, I'm going to say it's just from the way that the results fell, it's probably Unique's to win here.
Yeah.
However, SBBS, they played really well. A bit like Merciless, they played really well, but they didn't get the results they wanted.
Yeah, I said that again after speaking with Luke. Said the exact same thing. Felt like they were the bridesmaid, never the bride on that night, where they had really good results, really good games to call. They just never got that rub of the green 8 ball.
Yeah.
But it's massive for Unique 8 ball, finishing 4th in League 2, and then going on to performance like that, and then we're having them here as favourites, and SBBS finished 4th in UK Champ.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're right.
And we've got Unique going in as the favourite here.
Yep. Agreed. Is SBBS in the France kit? That's blue for the uncultured. Unique in all white. Although they are wearing blue here, so just to confuse us. 7 minutes gone. Round of 16. Back sticks is on. Fight clears. Kept alive by Dan F, who was superb yesterday, by the way.
And like I said, I mean, it might have been a one-off, absolute rare performance, but to keep Fama from scoring a singular goal, that's a different table.
Yeah,
that shows Team Unity. It shows what they can do at their absolute best, doesn't it?
Not many esports Premier teams would have managed that this season, let alone LAN teams. So
let alone League 2 teams, mate.
Corner, early doors for Unique. Vipes is there. Second time of asking as well. Boz, down the line it goes. Is he onside? Let's find out. Jax has the early shot. What a finish that is! Where did that come from?
Those hands in the air. Those hands in the air. He's calling people over. They're calling people over. His hands in the air. Where's ADL? ADL. They're calling people over. There's a steward's inquest here. There was a steward's inquest there. I just thought it was an unbelievable goal, but 2 people are not playing anymore. No one's getting up. I don't know what was wrong with the 8 ball, other than the offside wasn't given, but no one could do anything about that in person, so I have no clue what the problem was.
Unless there's an actual real life problem.
I mean, his hand was up for a while there, and people were looking at him. No one was going over.
I mean, the goal's going to count, regardless.
The problem is that the time that's getting killed here, isn't it? Ooh, what's happening? I'm going to have to get the inside information.
So I think the teams between them have agreed to reset the game. Domino's just gone to find out why, effectively. We will find out.
And no clue what happened there. So basically, two of the players, their sprint buttons wasn't working. Every time they pulled sprint up, it said, April, do you know when you're in this menu here, with R2, it says invite friends?
Yeah.
So they're pressing R2 and it's saying invite friends, so they're trying to call people over. The goal went in, so they had to reset, so it's good for these boys. However, for those people watching the game, it will continue 1-0 to SBBS, yep. Continue 1-0 to SBBS. We're just resetting the game. And there's nothing you can do. It's no one changed the buttons. FIFA just didn't load in the R2 button.
Do you know if that was affecting the whole game, or...?
I'm not... I don't know if it was the whole game. It must not have been, because people's hands were up.
Someone in the chat says, tell them to stop skipping goal replays.
I mean,
I think
the least of our worries.
there's bigger fish to fry here, I think, but...
See, I don't know if the issue came on immediately. I don't know if it's really bad timing when the goal went in and then they put their hands up. Because it must... I don't know. Again, I can't call it. I was hearing Chinese whispers before I spoke to the man himself. It's nice when someone could come over to the commentary booth and tell us what's happening. That will be addressed after this game, to be fair. I'm just going to say bye to you as big man. Lovely seeing you. Yeah, mate. Take care of yourself. As Big U is going out the building. Looks like we're getting reconnected in now. But yeah, to the chat. It might have been existing the whole time, and after the goal went in, someone put their hand up and be like, we can't play like this. Again, I don't know. But look, we're going back into the game now. SBBS versus Unique, and it will be SBBS going in with a 1-goal advantage. So ignore the top left corner at 0-0. It will be 1-0 SBBS. And we're going to go from there, 8 ball. So slightly confusing. But
the thing is, I appreciate if something glitches, it's not fair. But also, how can you take away a goal that's been scored by the other team? It sucks. But it's kind of got to stick, and that's exactly what's happening. So maybe for the first time in pro clubs, common sense is prevailing. That makes me worried, because very rarely does it ever prevail.
What is happening here?
They gave him the goal. Someone said there's not many goals happening today. I'm not being funny, but are you trolling?
This chat is toxic. Most of you are really nice in the chat.
Are you gaslighting me?
You were super helpful last time with the chat. Oh, look at that. Good sportsmanship in the crowd. I like it. I don't know what we're doing now, though.
I think they're playing through to 20 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool. There's a Mexican wave going on, only on one section. I want to see how long you can keep the ball in the air. Someone's going to accidentally score here.
Basically, they moved it around until to where they were. Good sport from them.
Yeah, cool.
But they made people like it. I was like, no.
again, someone got kicked out from the SBBS side, so I'm giving up on this game. Right, we're going to take a quick break.
Let's move on.
Right, the next game we've got for you guys. I mean, it's good sportsmanship. They're letting him score. The reason they were knocking about because they're letting him play through 20 minutes. Hence why they scored the goal and they were knocking the ball about. But this time round, someone lagged out. I mean, it's been really good sportsmanship between the two teams. We just can't get the game going. The delays right at the beginning as well. There's more delays. And yeah, guys, prepare for another 15-hour stream.
Do you know what? I think there just needs to be an underlying rule whereby if you lag out, it's unfortunate.
Yep.
Because we can't stay here.
Yeah, no, I think I'm going to have a quick conversation because there's two things that need to be addressed. One, that when something like that happens, we're on the cans and we have no clue what's happening.
Yeah.
The first thing, someone should have come over and told us, guys, by the way, X, Y, and Z's happening. Didn't happen. And the second thing is we need to get this lag out sorted. So, yeah, like you said, there needs to be the gold standard rule. In the first 10, 15, if you don't get into the game, reset it, fine. If it's past 10 virtual minutes and you leg out, that is it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right, okay, let's call it there.
Domino's going to go sort him out. Just referencing the goal replays, clearly it's something we have absolutely no... We have absolutely no way of controlling, so it's just going to get left there. It's a stupid point. When we can't get in games and people are lagging out, the last thing I'm going to be worried about is replays. In a perfect world, yes, we'd see replays for everything, but if you can see the goal in the LAN that knocks you out, you really expect someone to sit there and leave the replay on? Probably not. Good news is we're getting back in the game. Bad news is we might have to wait 20 virtual minutes to get going again. Comically, you can see the number 21 in the top left-hand corner. It's all fun. It's all fun and games. There's good spirits here. It's all fun and games until we finish at midnight. Fourth time lucky, Chelsea. Fourth time lucky. The only thing that makes it slightly more comical is that it's Geeka that lagged out twice. I've never seen someone so animated on a lag out before. Same game, Unique versus SBBS. Fourth time of trying. It's game number 3 of today. 15 in total. Geek has already had his interview. Go back and watch it yesterday. Here's our roving reporter back.
I wear many hats. Some of them are not that fancy. Some of them are actually. And do you know how we said like the left-hand side that was the good side? That they had problems with the left-hand side? The right-hand side, there's one ordered PlayStation that stays there. Supposedly that's been the main like lag out PlayStation.
Oh.
They were like the 3 people. So they lagged out twice on it. They said he reset it, and they said no, you got to turn it off and turn it back on again for some reason because it would just lag out again. Abel's just getting some information from Mr. Gringo about the lagging out. I think we've made a gold standard rule. I'm going to get it confirmed. I'm going to get it confirmed with each one. But I spoke to Gringo and Delosa, and they mutually agreed that if you don't get into the game, then you reset. If it gets past the 10th minute, virtual minute, and people lag out, that's how it is, and it carries on. And I think that's probably the fairest way to do it.
Yep,
That's what
totally
they both
agree.
agreed. So in each talk, that's going to be hopefully the gold standard rule. So every team knows that after 10 seconds, you lag out. It just is what it is.
10 seconds or 10 minutes?
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Oh, 10 virtual minutes. Jesus
Oh,
Christ, yeah, okay,
that's
yeah, sorry,
fine.
10 virtual minutes.
I mean, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah,
but
exactly. Yeah. 10 seconds would be well funny though, wouldn't it?
Well, I thought I'll double
They go
check.
quick.
I'll double check because you just never know, right? I'll
Yeah,
double
especially
check.
when I'm telling you information.
The king of false information.
False news. Fake news.
Right. I think this is officially the 4th time of trying this game.
I don't know if they're going to go let them score the goal.
They are.
And if they're going to wait for 20 minutes
Yeah,
again.
they
so they're
are.
going to do the same
15
thing again.
apparently.
15, okay. I'm going to say to that guy, can I watch the goal?
Well, yeah, I don't know what he was messing around with.
I'm just going to tell the guy... I mean, I don't think I can shout over. Can you hear me in the mic?
People can probably hear us, they just choose to ignore us.
That's fair enough, mate. Do not press start.
Right, there's the goal.
Now we've just got to sieve through.
This man's tactics.
I think you should play a game where you've got 11 players all on your side and you've got to kick it across and you can't let it touch the floor. Like volleyball, if it touches the floor, then you get a point.
Until someone gets accidentally sent off.
Dog scores a goal.
I would just be preserving all my stamina.
Oh my god, that's such a good shout, Abel. So, if you're just tuning in, they're kicking it around the ball until 15 virtual minutes. What is happening? Just don't get sent off, please, by doing something silly.
I mean, these centre-back stats are going to be insane.
Oh yeah, fair play.
100 passes.
They're going to add them as well, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, the worst thing is the people at home can't actually see the minute we're in as well. I mean, it's probably best you don't, because, you know, when you watch the clock and it goes slower, that's currently what's happening right now. We're at the 8th minute. We're going to 15. Can you give us an update on what happened with the 2 previous games? I would say, HS, go and watch the first game.
I'm not even going to tell you. I don't even spoil it for you. Just watch the
Fama
first
versus Patronus. R4P beat Merciless 1-0 in extra time. That's it for today's action so far. And, of course, we've got SBBS versus Unique here. SBBS went ahead, and then someone glitched. SBBS were kind enough to let them restart as long as they get to keep the goal. And we got to go into the 15th minute. They did that, and then SBBS lagged out twice. So,
all right, I think we've got the shouts to go,
yeah,
and we're going to go.
And we're back.
It's their time to now kick around the back for 15 minutes.
Someone said restart. SBBS. What a goal it was as well.
Oh,
it seems like a long time ago now.
Yeah, absolutely, Abel. Unbelievable finish.
Clear comes Glen Coco for SBBS. What a ball that is into the back post. Boss rides the tackle, but Danny does well. Recovers. Down the line it goes to Casey. Finds Poddy. Akers to run into, being tracked, but I don't think he's going to get there. Ball across the...
Good tackle.
Yeah, Babo. Very, very good goalkeeper. Ball came across the deck. Intercepted in the nick of time.
For SBBS. Yeah, SBBS.
It's Babo Maestro. Headed out. Collected by Danny.
I just need to see some of those.
Casey swings in, one player in there, so it does get repelled. It's
Scholesy!
going to fall at the feet of Poddy. Battle with a routine save. Unique doing well since the restart. SBBS are a goal to the good.
It's a hard one, Abel, because obviously you look at the leagues, SBABS on paper should be the favourites, but Unique in the tournament should be the favourites. It's really hard to know who are the favourites going in here and who's going to be the more disappointed to go home. Obviously both will be disappointed, but yeah, it's a really odd dynamic here.
Well, we spoke to Deloso at the end of yesterday, and he said the Unique will be marching up the leagues. Wow, what a goal that is! But it's SBBS marching possibly into the next round, thanks to that man, his second of the day. Shaq doubles the lead with his second.
Oh my.
SBBS against run of play. What a strike.
We haven't had... Okay, some of the keeping's been unbelievable, April, but we've seen some glitchy moments. People haven't been shooting as much, thinking about it outside the box. No one's been pulling the trigger, and when it has, it's been chaos.
The problem for me is, this is why I don't believe EA know what they're doing. It's that Snowy in goal.
What? Oh my.
One of the most standout players from yesterday has just been beaten from range twice.
Meg. Well, this was from the 25-yard Meg.
Exactamundo. So read into that what you will.
Oh my. Oh my.
Yeah. Unique uphill task. But we've seen teams come from 2-0 down today already.
Not naming any names.
Spoiler.
Oh well. Not seen one from coming down 3 of the 8 ball.
TK straight at Snowy.
The one thing here, the mentality side might be a little bit different, but they just can't let those heads drops at Unique 8 ball. They can't let their heads go down. You've got to remember what got you to the dance and how well you've been playing, and you've got to carry that momentum going forward, because once you start letting that get on top of you, it becomes a lonely, lonely place out there.
SBBS just looks so comfortable at the moment. And I wouldn't say they're playing Unique off the park by any stretch of the imagination, but they look comfortable. At a LAN, I would argue not any team today has looked comfortable.
Yeah, fair. Other than Shrewsbury, weirdly enough.
No, today, as in
today.
Sunday.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Big shout out to Shrewsbury, though. Domino's new favourite team.
LAN team.
LAN team. Pipes into Zuba. Through to the cameraman, who we don't know. Playing under Delosa's gamer tag, of course. Zuba Mendy picks it up. Happy to sit on it a bit. 43 minutes gone. I mean, if they can pinch one here, wow. And they might just very well do that. Great stop by Snowy. Footwork plus, way in motion.
That could have been curtains there, April.
Keeps them in the game.
That could have been curtains.
Keeps them in the game. Here is the cameraman. Good feet from him. Loses man. Swings in. Edge of the box is definitely on. TK heads it down. Also goes down as well. Snowy comes out and claims. That save from Snowy might be massive.
And you look over the cameras at the standing up, giving instructions there, April.
That's SBBS for you.
Yeah. They want it. They want it.
I mean, they've got clear instructions. They've got clear leadership, and that's maybe why they look so comfortable, Dom.
I don't know what he's saying, but he's very, very animated. Maybe telling his team what he's cooking for lunch. Very subdued atmosphere over here with the...
Yeah, it's a slippery slope. I hope they don't fall into that trap of just being conceded to 2-0 down, you know, it is what it is type thing, because that is not the unique we know from yesterday.
No, they need a bit of gearing up. They need a bit of fire, 8-ball. 2-0 is not all over. We've seen it done, 8-ball. But then again, they're here. They're animated. They're up for this, 8-ball. They are up for this. And we're back on.
SBBS then in the blue. 2 goals to the good. Unique with everything to do. 45 minutes to do everything. Otherwise, they are going home. Glenn Coco, big switch from him. But into Boss. Inside it goes to the cameraman. Slides it through to the man on a hat-trick. Shaq. 2 very good goals from him is the difference. Headed down by Boss to TK. Great stop. It's the man on the hat-trick.
Snowy. Fantastic work again, 8-ball.
Keeping his team well and truly in this game is Snowy. We knew something had to give, Domino. Reminding us what a good goalkeeper he is.
Yep.
Inside to Tom. Over the top. SBBS having a field day here. They were very good. Shaq again. Those two just having their own personal battle. They were very good yesterday, SBBS. They just did not get the results. And now, not just a result, but performance to go with it. TK sends a man for a Twix. Edge of the box to Shaq. Dan F. Very, very good tackle from him.
He just hung that leg. That's a great ball, 8-ball. He's going to get on the end of that.
Corey. Into the box he goes. To the byline. On the deck.
They're just getting crowded out, 8-ball.
Swamped out. Absolutely swarmed. Blue shirts. They all know what they're doing. Dan F intercepts. Nice work from him. Good start to the second half. Sway Bananas tries to slide it through. Swept up nicely. Here is Boss.
The whole time, 8-ball, Unique just can't find a way through. They get to the positions really well, but once you go to those centre halves one-on-one, those through balls not working. They might just need to build it up a little bit slower instead of pulling a little trigger earlier, because what they're currently doing, SBBS, like I said, just look comfortable.
Good interception from Tom again. Good midfield battle going on this second half, but Unique, no. That is not what they need.
60 minutes have gone on the clock. For those that you can't see it.
Great tackle. Down the line it goes. 3v3 if he can unload it. He can't before Mendy got back. And to be fair, I think it's a testament to SBBS. Those 2 CDMs are doing really, really well, shielding those passes to strikers' feet. That is what they are there to do. And clearly they are doing a job. Geeka barking orders, as you probably would imagine, spurring his side on. They are doing a very, very good job. Yep, Alte in 2 games' time. Avora Phoenix after this. Alte the hosts, Sheffield Wednesday. Zuba slides it through. Great ball. TK is onside. They get back, but Snowy takes that extra touch. I mean, finds the pass.
He had the extra man to use their 8-ball. I think they're having a little talk amongst themselves about not squaring that ball. I thought it was on as well. Could they cost that?
Oh,
big save.
Maestro.
Had nothing much to do this game, 8-ball, and you need to be called upon when you're counted on, really.
He had a lot to do in the first 15 minutes, don't forget.
That is true.
But yes, actually this game, not a lot to do at all. Zuma completes the clearance. Down the line it goes. Intercepted by Boss. Can't keep it in, though. Restart with a throw-in. Does well. Boss on this near side. He is battling away well, but Kaizov tries to swing it in. Geeka is there. Down the line it goes. Helped on. 2v2 if they can get on the end of it. Good work from Danny. He's dragged back and snapped as well.
I've never seen someone drag back when they're in the air. That was cool animation, to be fair. And it rhymed.
Animations are great. Just can't have 22 people stay in a game at one time.
No. And sometimes they turn up invisible as well, so you've got to deal with that.
Glenn. They read it. Did Kaikov. Gives it to Sway Bananas. On the overlap is Corey Kelly. To the byline he goes. On the deck it goes. Vipes is there. Concedes the corner. 76 minutes gone.
Someone needs to come and do some stat table. Have we had a corner goal? I can't remember one. There might have been one.
Off the top of my head. Well, yeah, Banks scored.
Ah, look at that.
Gillem probably as well. In it goes. Geiker clears only as far as the halfway line. Going to come straight back at them though. Picked up by Dan. Kaiko. Pig. Good work from Unique. This is the Unique we saw yesterday.
The tempo's just been a little bit slower there, hasn't it?
But once again, SBBS dispossess, keep the ball. They've got that 2-goal luxury at the moment. They're doing exactly what they need to do.
They look very good, 8-ball as well.
Absolutely they do. They have worked that ball front to back. You may have picked up that on the mic.
Love it.
Apologies
I love
if
it.
you're listening with young children. But yeah, quite animated over here. Because SBBS are just keeping the ball. That's all they need to do. Shaq's 2 goals, the difference. Casey into Poddy. Well played, Vipes. He's been phenomenal this game.
Yeah.
Over the top it goes. Willing runners in blue. One of them being the man on a hat-trick. Be selfish, son. Be selfish.
He was.
Yeah, he saw his name in lights. They're already in lights, but even brighter lights, Domino.
What a tackle that is.
Yeah, Tom's been great. The 2 CDMs have really made Unique look relatively average this game.
Yeah. Oh, great.
He
feed.
says, as Casey puts 2 men on their backside. Cuts back. Swings in. What a ball that is. Very inviting. Is this a case of too little, too late?
Yeah, I think it was 8-ball. Look at this.
We are in extra time.
Look at this. Look at the press. It's got to go long. I think it should be it, and that should be it there, 8-ball.
Game, set, and match. It was indeed too little, too late. Unique 1, SBBS 2. Shaq's brace was the difference.
Right, I got someone for the winning team for you guys. And it is that big man, by name, by nature. Look at that. Behave yourself, big dog.
Good.
Yes, son. Right. Mate, first of all, talk to me about the LAN event for you, genuinely. How are you getting on?
Nice. It's alright. So I'll be honest. It's a different experience. Obviously, I missed the last one, but I'm glad I made this one. I met a few people. Nobody looks like how they sound. I'll be honest with you. But yeah, no, it's been an experience still.
Yeah, well, people call you Big Zoom Mendy, and I was like, I didn't really. And then I saw you in person. I was like,
yeah,
no, fair.
No, I'm not yet. Give me another. Maybe next year, land, see me a bit bigger.
Bit wham. Right, let's get on to the game, mate. We were saying on comms, SBBS yesterday. We know what you're capable of, but the games you're playing well, you just won't get the results.
We've been stinking. I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. We've been stinking, but you know, each to their own. Everyone started well apart from us, man. But you know, today's what matters.
Yeah, mate,
You know what I mean?
100%. Now, did you talk about coming up against Unique? Because obviously they had that massive win against Fama, played unbelievably well. Did you know you were coming up against a good team?
Yeah, obviously, I had absolute football before, so obviously I know these lot quite well, Little Engine and whatnot. So obviously, I told these lot, there is a lot of long ball, second ball, a lot of wing play, stay tight in the middle, you know, just clean up.
Yeah.
Play our game, keep it strong, hard to beat, can't complain.
What do you think the difference with today's performance and yesterday's performances were?
The formation change.
Oh, right, okay.
We started in the 3-1-4-2, changed it to the 3-5-2, a little bit more solid centrally, and we just kept the ball now. So we keep the ball a little bit better, patience, and it's been a big game changer.
Mate, I tell you what, you looked night and day, not on the performances, your performance was great, but the consistency. There was spells yesterday where you were great, and then went off the ball for 10, 15, 20 minutes. I think throughout the whole game, bar the last minute where they scored the goal, it was flawless, mate. Picking up the ball, possession, retention, attacking, defending, you guys were class. After performance like that, do you feel confident that you can go on and do some damage in the tournament?
Yeah, no, 100%. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, like I don't see any team out there now that I'm watching them playing.
Yeah.
No one's really impressed me too much to think that they're unbeatable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm confident now, man.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Go on.
I reckon when you start, just get up and shout at the other team so they can turn and look at you, because that would intimidate me. I'm not. If you get up and start just hollering at someone, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be a little bit intimidated.
Nah, man, I'm a good-hearted guy, man. I'm a teddy bear, really.
But great performance, bud. Take care and good luck for the rest of the tournament. And that was Zuba. Big Zuba, what a player, and to be fair, what a game he had. We are rapidly getting through with our next game of Avora versus Phoenix. So hopefully the turnaround time on that is looking quite good, actually. Everyone's sitting down, connected up, so yeah, fantastic work. I'm just going to go. I think 8ball's going to jump back in soon, and I'm going to pop out for 2 seconds while 8ball comes back.
Hello.
I was about to say, I just saw one who knocked the table and I saw it was Zoom Mendy again. I'm not going to say anything.
It wasn't me.
I saw Zoom Mendy not get turned and to tell someone off, and I was like,
Oh yeah,
I ain't going to tell him off.
he does what he wants.
Right, 8ball, I just said I'm going to cut out for 2 seconds,
Okay.
and I'll leave you here with the wonderful people.
Thank you. Same as always, really. Just got left by him. Left to tidy up. Avora versus Phoenix. The turnaround times, like I said, are pretty good. perfect timing with the coffees, Domino. Game number 4 of 15. We're getting there.
Oh, look at that.
Avora taking on Phoenix. Here we go. Alex gets us underway. Avora in the all white, left to right. There's Phoenix in the all black.
Yeah, and I think Phoenix will go and tell anyone that's going to listen, 8 Ball, that yesterday wasn't their day, if I'm honest. Performances for them were lackluster. They just basically weren't at their original high standards. I don't know what's happening at the minute. Again, it's nice no one on the floor.
I mean, I saw you rushing back with the coffees. Does it hurt to know that you didn't need to rush back now?
I always know that the first game we jump into is the fake game. Fake news. I think it's that same PlayStation. 8 Ball, it's the same PlayStation. It's the same LAN
I'm
connection.
not sure it is. Surely not.
It is the exact same one.
Oh, no. Yeah, so I think the general rule going forward is if you get in 22 players, great stuff. 22 players need to stay in past 10 minutes.
Yep.
After that, it's fair game.
Yep.
Expect that rule to come into play a few times today.
Yeah, the only other time they said if there's just a major issue where like 6 people lag out all at once and...
Okay, so there's rules on rules, yeah?
There's rules on rules. I was just getting updated rules on the...
Love me some rules on rules.
In my opinion, if it's 3-0 and there's a major lag out, then the team that's winning 3-0 just wins it.
I like it. I like it.
So 2-0,
2-0, maybe not.
Nope.
3-0, yes.
We've seen a lot of 2-0 comes back. We haven't seen a 3-0 come back, so let them stats be what they are.
I'm sure we might see it.
Yeah, we're just going to go with the lag out.
Yeah.
We're not the actual real reason.
Yeah, we're not going to rile people up and tell you the real reason that game got delayed. It will only make you mad.
Because it makes us mad. Do you know what my problem is, 8 Ball?
Where do we start? how long have you got?
Chronologically, or... It's the ability, once they lag out, to get back into the game as quick as possible. I just think that should be no more than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It can't be, isn't it?
It's when you've got 22 individuals, unique individuals, Domino. It's like herding sheep. That's why I think Gringo and
Untrained
Deloso...
sheep.
That's why I think Gringo and Deloso have done such a good job on the floor.
Yeah.
But they'll tell you they feel like they haven't done all that much. But
trust me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just firefighting, isn't it, Abel?
It is. It is. It's like looking after a bunch of school children. You heard it from the man himself.
Yeah. And to be fair, big shout out to Gringo. He's not been on camera as much, but I tell you what, behind the scenes, what he's done, the running that he's done,
yep,
and the help organisation, you can tell why he owns a business and runs the business himself, because genuinely, it's impressive. Same as Delosa, mate. Both of them putting a big shift in for the community and for you lovely people at home.
And the lovely people here too.
Which lovely people here? I can name 4.
3 of them and me. Here we go then. Just making sure we got dem settings right. Yes, we do indeedy do. That means we are good to go. Let's try again then. Avora in the all white, Phoenix in the all black. Straight shootout. And Domino, you were saying that, I'm not sure if you got it straight from the horse's mouth or if it's just your humble opinion, but Phoenix didn't hit their stride yesterday.
Yeah, a lot of the boys were telling me how well they can play and how well they did play, and they just thought, yeah, it was not to their standards. Obi was one of them where he felt he was a little bit uncomfortable on the ball, a little bit sluggish on the ball, which I could see on stream because normally he's His ball retention's quite good, but just a lot of the really, really high-level individuals on Phoenix not going in there. But yeah, it is what it is.
Well, I was just going to say, I think they're being hypercritical. I thought they don't get me wrong, they did not get the results. The performances were not 9 and 10 out of 10s, but for a Saturday on the LAN, I think they did an all right job.
Exactly.
You know, they took Olte all the way. They had a couple of half decent. I don't think anyone set the world alight. You know, that with the performances and results.
Nope.
Which is why coming into Sunday, it genuinely is just anyone's game.
Yeah, free.
And we saw that in the first game. Of course we did.
Yep. And confirmation, Phoenix do have the OG playing for him, Glancy. And he was fantastic, actually, genuinely in that.
Well, you've been singing his praises this whole tournament, mate. I thought he was just all right. This man, on the other hand, no vain goat. One of Avora's best players yesterday, causing problems early doors. Very tidy player. Marco van Lineker, another tidy player. Keeps this Phoenix side ticking over, but so far, 12 minutes in, nothing to write home about. Tej, who again, another fantastic player from yesterday. Vain goat pocket pinched by Joe Boy. Phoenix with a chance to build something from the back, and that is what they do. Glancy into striker's feet. It's Lawless. Interception from Tej. Well played from him. Very busy in that centre midfield. And he needs to be. Grog is more than welcome to come and commentate. In fact, anyone is. Preferably Grog. Headed home by Joe Boy. Ewan in net for Phoenix today. Has it in his hands, and off it goes. Probably looking for the head of Lawballs. There it is. Paddy through ball on the overlap is Rainy. There is the first goal. Phoenix go a goal ahead. It is basically Route 1, but you've still got to be good enough to know how to do it. And that was bread and butter domino. Goalkeeper to Lawballs. Paddy, high IQ.
Yeah.
Through ball to Rainey. The finish was spot on. One attack, one goal.
And you know Phoenix are a team at their best that can soak up pressure 8 ball.
Well, we just saw them play through the thirds, and then we saw them go long ball. They're mixing up their weapons. They've got the capacity. They've got the experience to do it. That's what makes them a dangerous, dangerous team. Avora finding that out now. Although, speaking of danger, Matthias up from midfield, slots it home. Right winger on each side. A goal apiece. This game has burst into life. 23 minutes gone.
Someone lit the touch paper early on this game, 8 ball. Fair play.
I mean, yeah, the last couple of games, we had the problems with the SBVS game. It felt a bit stagnated. The R4P was very tentative. I feel like we needed this.
Of course, mate, we need those early goals, and I love how they're both. You can see the teams that play with, let's say, a little bit of nerves with those first games, because straight knockouts. I don't think I've seen any nerves here, like as in, let's sit back and contain it. They are very much.
They didn't get them. They didn't get the memo. They obviously didn't watch the stream yesterday.
Nope.
Riggers looking for striker's feet. MVL is there. Glancy with Akers to run into. He's not being pressed, so off he goes. The man has burners. Swings it in. Now, we've already seen the goalkeeper get beat in the air today, so I know anything can happen.
But great running off the ball there by Lawballs, dragging the man to give him the space to run up, then cutting inside, and it's just that IQ play, isn't it, for those players?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Owen over the crossbar it goes. Optimal are on in 2 games time. They are taking on Lincoln. Optimal look very good, very good. Good to see JS again.
Yeah.
5 goals yesterday, I do believe. Brand picks up the loose ball. 31 minutes gone.
Ooh,
Out it goes. Yeah, space to operate in. Blasby comes back to the goal scorer. They go through to Blasby. It's offside, but what football that was.
Mate, Avora.
Avora at their free-flowing best there. I mean, quite clearly Phoenix had a good line. But a warning sign. 2 very evenly matched sides going off this first 35 minutes.
And let's not forget they had a fantastic game against Fama, the first game of their tournament as well.
Maka wins that back nicely. Tej. Cam Foster, 1-2 with the goal scorer. Long ball into the stands. That was a Sunday morning ball, Domo.
It's a tired Sunday morning. 3 beers at the pub. After that first goal, 8 ball, we haven't seen Phoenix on the front foot.
No. I think it's because you said no one seems nervous. They conceded and got real nervous.
No, everyone got nervous. Great win there.
Van Lineker into Paddy, the goal scorer. Rainey pocket pinch, but they pinch it back. Paddy gets the shot off, not held. Mads on the second attempt. Gobbles that up with the aid of this centre half, acting as a shield. No one following in, though, interestingly. Considering they've got 2 very, very good high IQ strikers.
Yep, absolutely.
I think they'll be disappointed about that.
8 ball, is these through balls that are cutting the gaps between... Can Paddy get there? Oh, fantastic work by Paddy.
Half time.
Yeah, but it's those balls, I think, what Avora are doing is the runners that are showing inside and the runners that are going expansive, they're creating a lot of space in between those gaps for them to pick those through balls. They've been so dangerous, whether they've worked on that in training or they naturally do it and the cams and the CMs know where to put the ball. But that's the most worrying thing about Phoenix. They're getting pulled over to positions they don't want to be, and the ball's getting cut through them. I think Avora have done very well to come back into the game, and they've kind of wrestled back that momentum, and I think it's fully with Avora now.
Beth, clearly you're new here. Yeah, we're always behind schedule, so apologies for that. They will not be playing at the scheduled time. I don't know what the scheduled time is, but it will be the scheduled time. Yeah, 0-0. 1-1. It's been an interesting game, actually. I think you know what you're going to get when you play Phoenix.
Yep.
Alte spoke about it in their post-match interview yesterday. Avora have had the chance to look at this Phoenix side should they so want to. And like you said, Domino, I think they're getting a lot of joy with those through balls. Do you think that's based on homework, or do you think that's just their natural game?
Balls there. I think it's a natural game, mate. Well, they've tried to do it to other people they've played. I think they've had that expansive play. They don't go for that, again, Hail Mary killer pass. They do work it through the thirds very, very nicely, but there is that mid-range pass where it's always expansive, which I like. It's always front foot passing. They played it against other people. I think they just found a lot more success against Phoenix with the runners in behind. It's hard to counteract their able, because what, do you leave the man to go running, or do you then cover the gaps? It's hard, but Phoenix are a good team, which means they need to work that out on the fly.
Very easy on the eye, Avora. OMB to the goal scorer. Back it goes. Riggers. MVL with another interception. Imagine my shock. Cool, calm, composed on the ball. Switches play into space. Tej there again, Domino.
Yeah, I just think it's things like that, Abel, where they do the right things, get it into the right people, and then the decision making in the midfield sometimes lets them down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they've got options there. I mean, I don't know if it's one too many touches on the ball, not releasing it quick enough, or releasing it too quick, April. But again, they have to be able to adapt this on the fly, because at the minute, Avora look like they're getting into that third gear.
Yes, worrying signs at the moment. But it's pro clubs. Normally when a team is in the ascendancy, they go and concede.
Exactly.
Which may very well happen here with Lawballs. That is a ball into the back post. Goal score! Oh! Just like that, Domino. It's like we know what we're talking about occasionally.
Clip it.
I mean, I didn't see who scored, but the pro looked like MVL. So and he based it on himself, which, to be fair, he probably should. He's a handsome man. It could very well be him, but
he's a very handsome man. Pause.
Most importantly, Phoenix are a goal to the good. Paddy onto the left foot, went opposite side as well. I think he'd done the goalkeeper with the eyes. 60 minutes gone. Phoenix 30 minutes away from quarterfinals. near post. Mads comes out and claims.
When I saw Law Balls on that left-hand side with the ball, I was like, he's going to pop in an unreal ball because he knows where he wants the ball.
Yeah.
He knows where he wants the ball to go.
Yeah, he's the one waiting for it, so he knows where he would want it.
Yeah.
And what a ball it was.
He's offside.
Yeah. Scorer turns provider. Could have been Paddy, actually. I do think it was number 7. Handsome bunch anyway, that Phoenix lot. Riggers. Maka switches play. Great ball if he can give it in, which he can. The goal scorer, Matthias, over on that far side. First time ball. Oh, wow. Under pressure. Alex stops the clearance, so it's going to fall back at a white shirt. Matthias gets to the byline on the deck. Seen a lot of people cross from the byline on the deck today and yesterday.
I don't know who that assist was, but I remember it getting drilled across that.
Benny.
Benny. It was Benny, wasn't it? Unreal.
Riggers. MVL. He's a class act. They have got men forward. One of them being this man takes the first time shot. That is close. That is close. 69th minute, 2-1 Phoenix. This game has come to life in the last 10-15 minutes.
Once that man Law Balls gets a sniff of being inside the box, 8-ball, he's going to pull that trigger. You don't have to worry about him doing an extra pass. Tell you that for free.
Do you know what? He gave a real good interview yesterday about accountability, and he missed a gilt-edged chance yesterday, and I feel like he's making amends for it today. Not only did he obviously provide the assist, but just a quality performance as well up top.
But because you've got those OGs in that team, 8-ball, him and Glancy, it's great to have around the people next to you.
They just understand what needs to be done.
100%.
And don't forget you got Joe Boy as well, NBL. Mate. There's a lot of
the core
experienced heads. Let's say experience. Definitely not old.
Yep.
No one said old.
But yeah, I've got the experience out there, 8-ball.
75 minutes.
Which sometimes will drag you through games like this.
Yeah.
That experience, that high level experience as well.
Well, we were purring over Avora just before they scored, don't forget. I think there was a bit of world-class commentary as well. Rainey with the shot. I think he has to. He saw his name in lights. Jack Hanna says, live, laugh, Law Balls.
I love that. I get it tattooed on me.
Get out my kitchen wall. Avora, 10 minutes to get something out of this game. Bearing down on goal. It's going to fall to the man. There is Owen Brasby. Makes it 2 apiece. Game on. Avora equalise.
8-ball, do you know the last time I see it said on stream, if you show me a definition of pocket picking and that was that tackle, you show me an example of nervous defending and that was that 8-ball. He didn't want to engage, maybe not want to give away a penalty. It looked so passive, and then the keeper, nose trying on him, but the hesitation there.
I agree. Right place, right time for Blasby. That is what he does. He scores goals. It's another to add to his collection. One of the most important ones, I would imagine. Keeping his side in this LAN tournament. And this is the problem, Domino. This is kind of what we said yesterday. It's got to the point now where we don't want any of these teams to go home. No. But also I want to be able to go home later on tonight. So we kind of have to start saying goodbye to some of these teams. And it's going to be a cruel mistress, but one of these teams has to go. And I don't think either of them do deserve to go home.
No.
Cut out nicely. Here come Phoenix. Paddy, who we believe was the goal scorer. Alex. Tej. Into stoppage time we go. Is there going to be a late drama? Van Lineker is fouled, carries on. Down the line to Glancy. It's got to be swingers. Can't find the target man, so we're going to go into 30 more minutes. I don't mind that.
No, it's been a really good game, 8-ball. Genuinely, like, end to end. It's not been any half midfield battles, slightly boring. It's actually been a really, really good game to watch and to cover. And we've got 30 more minutes off it, so thank me later.
Chat's lit at the moment as well. It's always lit during Phoenix games.
Chat, sorry?
Chat's lit.
Yeah, of course it is.
30 more minutes of this then. Could think of worse ways to spend a Sunday morning.
For those that was not on the stream on Saturday, should we just spin the camera around so you can see the setup and where we're sitting?
I mean, yeah, I don't think you've got enough time to do it, if I'm totally honest. Just 6 seconds. We'll do it afterwards. We'll do it in that stupid 45 seconds if you want, mate.
We can do it whenever you want, Abel.
Here we go then. 30 more minutes of action, courtesy of Phoenix in the black, Avora in the white. Runs through to Mads. MVL dispossessed. No, he's not. It runs through to Bran. Paddy, who we believe is the goal scorer. Lawball shifts onto that dangerous left foot. Cameraman does well, but as does this man, Glancy. Out wide to Sam. MVL swings it in a bit deep, but Rainey keeps it alive. Oh, wow, Matthias, you've robbed me of a potential worldie there, but I'll let you off because it was a really good header. Alex to the cameraman. Riggers. Tej dispossessed by Paddy. Superb play from him. You don't see Tej lose the ball very often, I must admit.
You don't see Paddy win the ball very often.
MVL loses a man, gives it to Glancy. Just a bit rushed at the moment. Wrong side is the striker, so Colwell will get that back to the goalkeeper. Flicked on, of course.
What headed by Paddy
twice. Yeah, neck muscles for days. Glancy goes on the outside, gets to the byline, looking for near post. Riggers is there, sweeps up nicely. 102 minutes. Enough time for an attack either side. Should they want it, of course.
Oh, wow.
Tej, there he is. That's what he does best. Cameraman twisting and turning, finds Alex W. Will get a free kick. Are we going to see some magic here?
If they can hear me on the speakers, you have to hit it.
Do it.
If you can hear me on the speakers, you gotta hit it. Have to.
He will from here, I think.
Gotta do it. Fair play.
I look like one of my free kicks.
Fair play.
I mean, the in-game crowd are loving it. Paddy.
The in-stadium crowd are loving it, Abel.
Yeah.
Abel, putting you on the spot. Oh, we're going to spin the camera and show you the setup real quick. Let's have a little turn of this. And then we can... Hey, there's my face. Look at this. So that's the crowd on the right-hand side. That's the setup with the big screen in front of us. But you've got two teams either side. And then you've got the crowd on this side. Look at that. And then back to Abel. Hi. So, yeah. Very, very good setup. As I was saying, Abel, putting you on the spot. Who do you think penalties favours more?
Oh, it doesn't favour anyone ever.
If you had to pick a team to say that they'd want penalties more than the other team, or is it?
No, I genuinely believe it's just a lottery, regardless. Unless you've got a ridiculous favourite and you're not expecting anything out of the match, but neither side fits that. So
absolutely.
It's one of those things.
I'm gonna go with Phoenix.
That is the easy answer. Yeah, I guess. I don't think either of these sides would want penalties. I think they would rather play something like golden goal, if I'm honest, because penalties is an absolute lottery. And I don't think either of these sides deserves to go home after a lottery. I think I'd rather them settle this on the pitch rather than by penalties. But they've got to take that into their own hands if they want that to happen. Otherwise, it is going to be a lottery. Avora may very well do that. Good save. Is offside anyway.
Doesn't matter. The football there, April. It was liquid football, champagne football. Imagine going up, Abel. I know it was offside, but to that kind of play, unbelievable.
I told you, Avora very, very pretty on the eyes. It's been a good watch. Not just for the 4 goals. A good ding-dong battle here.
Remember those persons said we've had hardly any goals on the stream?
Right, it's because we're not getting replays, mate. I told them off when you were away.
Did anyone ask for running styles?
Please. Please. We've got 5 minutes left, boys and girls, until we get our second penalty shootout of today. Long ball. Up it goes. There. Wow, Obi let that one drop. He knows what he's doing. Sam. Over
nice.
it goes.
Nice.
Great ball to Glancy. That's the man you want on the ball right now because he can pick a pass, and he does. Rady at the back sticks. Paddy takes it on the chest.
Oh,
it's
it just couldn't
6s
fall
and
for
7s.
anyone there in the Phoenix team. 8 ball.
Lawball's baller bill. Trust me. I've asked. Trust me. Vain goat. Is there a sting in the tail here? Allowed to get to the byline,
Yes,
and
yeah, fine.
Showboy has to concede.
Fair play. I'll do the same. Crowd loves it. In-game crowd loves this. Final virtual minute. Practically the last kick of the game here.
It will be. It will be. On the deck. Wow.
Oh, come on. You don't need to do that. Right. Penalties. Here we go, Abel. We're straight into it. We are straight into it. Who can be a hero, Abel? Who's going to be the villains?
Good luck. First up, Avora. Down the middle it goes. Pressure penalty. Someone doesn't watch the channel.
Oh.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Lasby, the goal machine. Dressed like a cheetah. 2-1 Avora.
Oh,
wow.
my, that's a big save.
I put good money
That's
on
a big
Paddy
save.
scoring that. Vain goat.
He is the goat.
Sensational all weekend. Pops that penalty away. Phoenix up against it now. Here comes out here. Tends to give it the wrong way. Penalties that bounce before they go in. Tej. Not known for his goal scoring exploits, but here he is nonetheless on the biggest of stages. MVL. Pressure penalty, boy. Stutters, puts it away. Nobody likes to take that penalty.
Here we go, 8-ball.
It's the cameraman.
Here we go.
Send them through. Does just that.
Horrible way to win. What a way. Horrible way to lose. What a way to win.
Cameraman David does his job. No pressure on that penalty whatsoever. It's the best penalty to take.
Yeah.
Sends his team through at the expense of Phoenix, which I think will upset a lot of neutrals.
It upsets me.
But Avora will not care one bit. They march on after a good session. A good Saturday session, actually.
Yeah.
It's like we said, it's difficult when these teams go out. We don't want to send anyone home, but also I've got a bedtime.
I mean, if you look on the Saturday session, Avora's going on the higher seed than the Phoenix,
exactly that, mate. Exactly that.
But Phoenix will be disappointed, I think, with their tournament in general, but they haven't disappointed us. They've been involved in some fantastic games, and they're fantastic people.
Yeah, don't be so hard on yourselves.
Yeah.
Right then, coming up next, Alte are taking on the hosts Sheffield Wednesday. That's going to be a banger. Another little look at Alte and a chance for Sheffield Wednesday to cause the upset of all upsets. Do you want to get yourself in?
Yes.
You do it?
You do it. Do you want to do it?
No, you go ahead.
No.
It's on this side.
Right. We've got one of the OGs of the game across here. It's that big man Glancy.
How we doing?
Big man Glancy. How we doing, son?
Not bad, mate.
Mate, it's always going to be the same thing, mate. It's a horrible way to lose any game, going out on penalties. But first of all, give me your thoughts on the game as a whole.
It was tit for tat the whole game. They played in the 4-back formation. They just overloaded our middle, and we just didn't cope with it.
Yep.
We had a few clear-cut chances that we just chose the wrong decisions. Me including myself doing it. They had, I think it was like 3 shots the whole game, 4 shots.
Yep.
Took 2. We had 9. Took 2.
Mate, yeah, it was. I thought it was a hard game for both teams, really. Phoenix kept it solid when they needed to. I did say on the stream they didn't get you the ball enough. I feel like in the last couple of games for Phoenix, I'm going to be honest with you, mate, I don't think you've had the tournament that you could have had. You're so much better on paper and in the console. I think you were one of their shining lights on that wing. Every time you got it, you'd either carry them 20 yards or play a pass that's progressive. I think in that game, the moments you got the ball was great, but we hardly said your name on the stream, which means we hardly got to see you actually influence the game.
I've said that for a couple of days now. Like, I like taking it past the players. I like try to actually create chances, but when we go back, side, straight to the ST, miss out, the wide mids, just kills the attack and you just become so predictable.
Yeah, and
that's what happened.
And when you're a flying winger, obviously you want to pick a pass out. And when you've got a target man like Lawball's up there, you know what Lawball's is good for. Lawball's is the same like you, the OG, where you know what he gives you. He's got a limited skill set, but it's one of the best skill sets, if that makes sense. Yeah, it was a hard one. How did you find Avora were playing against?
I know a few of their players, though, from obviously being around for a while.
Well, you've been around the scene a long time, mate.
Yeah, they're a good team to play against. Like, they play a certain way, and you have to like match the way they're playing to actually beat them. But that we should have done a lot better that game, 100%.
Yeah, I think.
Shouldn't be going out to the pub now.
Oh mate, you should do. To be fair, I mean, it's been a difficult tournament, but we were saying on the stream again, every single game you guys played in was an entertaining game for us to commentate on. So you guys have been like a fan favourite, and on the chat, mate, you guys have been a fan favourite as well.
It's funny when you hear boys screaming and shouting. It's going to be funny, isn't it?
Yeah. But you had great people, so yeah. And your thoughts of the overall event?
Oh, it's class. Dulles has obviously done a good job of going that. I don't know how you are still commentating this all the time. Your voice must be killing you, because even mine is, and that's just after that game. But yeah, it's a class event. It's a fun thing. Even if you do it once, it's something different that you're not gonna see every other week.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing to happen. Besides, you see like all the Portuguese and everyone coming over and like having a beer together, having a chat together. It's actually quite fun. My first LAN event. Well, it won't be my last.
And I was thinking that for you, being one of the, let's say, pioneers in the pro club scene, been so pro clubs, obviously gone off board and obviously took a step back from the scene, but the early stages you're on there, and one of those people that played consistently, and you were well recognised, especially on the UK scene and probably on the global scene. So having an event like this, it's got to be something. It shows pro clubs are maybe going in the right direction of trying to get bigger, trying to get better.
Well, considering like a couple of years ago the way it started, it was just basically a bunch of people on a weekend just having a league.
Yeah.
So where it is now, it just proves how far it's going to go and how much it's going to progress. Like, it's just getting better and better every year. Like, from what I got told, I weren't there, but the last LAN event to this one, everything's improving.
Night and day, mate. It's absolutely night and day.
That's just the way the scene's going to go.
Yeah, no, and to be fair, it's always a pleasure to having people like you in, and commiserations for loss, but it's lovely seeing you, bud.
Just get to the pub early, you know?
Yeah, get to the pub, my son.
All
right, lovely, mate. Take care of yourself. That was that man, that legend. Boys done seen it all, Mr. Glancy. Yeah, hard loss for Phoenix, but Avora's performance there, very, very good. Very expansive playing there. They were a fantastic team. Up next for you lovely people in the chat, we have got those boys. I'm going to take it off my ugly mug and I'm going to put it on to those boys at Alte. Alte coming in. I'm going to get 8 Ball's opinion on this, but I reckon Alte come in this as favourites. 3 from 3. Not had many blemishes on them. Got some very, very good players playing for them, and they're starting to gel quite nicely together. So I think, in my humble opinion, they might be the favourites. But yeah, they're coming up against a team in Sheffield Wednesday, which have had a tournament, let's say, to be desired, should I say. They've not come in with their full strength team. I think there's only 4 proper players that play for the team, and then the rest, obviously, they've had a mishmash of people. So, and you can see it happening on that day. It's going to be a very, very hard task for them, a very hard task for Sheffield to topple a team like Alte, but we saw it happen in the first game between Patronus and Fama. Anything's possible, and they're going to go in the belief that, do you know what I mean? They can do it. If they get that first goal and shut up shop, it might happen. But the turnaround times are looking quite good, and people logging on now, so it should be quite flawless. I'm just going to keep flicking through the player screens, and we're going to go from there.
Yep, this is knockout stages, boys and girls. So 1 and done. Yesterday, don't forget, we were here all day yesterday, so all of these teams have played at least 3 games, hopefully making it worth it. But today, we've got bedtimes, guys. We cannot stay up until 12:30 again.
Speak for yourself, Hopewell. I'm here all night.
You struggled this morning. Yeah, sorry. We sometimes have to turn the audio off simply because the only audio coming through is from these 3 microphones. There's no room ambiance microphone like there was last year. For some reason, they've just missed it out. So the only audio is from our microphones. So there are times where we have some private conversations we don't particularly want streamed,
or just people coming across the desk where we just have to cut it quick. They're lovely people, just
like a swear word or two, don't they?
Oh, of course, mate. Yeah, who doesn't?
Trying to keep this PG, PC and PG to be
PC
fair.
dubs. Trying to keep it all PC dubs.
Alte versus Sheffield Wednesday.
No, I was just speaking about before you came back, 8 Ball. I think this one out of all of them has got the foregone. Each one of them you can make an argument. I think Patronus and Fama changed my perspective of everything, because I thought the 2 things I think are for a certain is Fama beating Patronus on the form that they're in, and Alte
the
beating
hangover.
Sheffield. Yes, exactly. And
The
Alte
hangover was massive.
and Sheffield not covering themselves in glory, but again, limited teams that they've got of their actual personnel. So I did think that.
I mean, let's call a spade. Alte favourites.
I think, and I said this on stream again while you were not here, I think Alte are favourites for the entire tournament, though.
Is that after I said I think they're going to win it? Yeah. See, he's such a sheep. Such a sheep.
I was like, no, stop this. I genuinely thought, I was like, I'm going to call it once you've seen all the teams. And you're like, I'm going to call it in 4 games once you've seen all the teams.
And then someone called me out on chat.
Yeah, good.
Exactly. After 4 games, I was like, that's really efficient. Like, that's the kind of efficiency we need at Pro Clubs Weekly, because we don't have that.
No.
Yeah, Alte, I think. Especially Fama this morning as well. I mean, the first 20 minutes, insane. The next 60, 70, 80 minutes, not great. Last minute, fantastic.
But how many times have you seen teams win a tournament or a cup or a league and pull those kind of performances off?
I said, I can't remember who I was speaking to, someone still in the tournament, and we were saying that Fama are arguably more dangerous when they're not playing well for 90 minutes and still winning games.
Yep.
They find a way. And with Polgar in the team, I've seen him score probably, arguably, the most 90th plus minute goals than any other player in pro clubs.
Yep.
So that combination of the 2, it makes them extremely dangerous. Obviously, we knew they were going to be dangerous anyway, but I still think, for me, Alte, I think yesterday they looked great. Alves is bang in form. That man is a goal machine. And I think, I mean, Sheffield Wednesday yesterday, they didn't cover themselves in glory. I think Alte would have seen the draw this morning when it got drawn at 1:30, 2 o'clock, AM that is, and we're licking their lips.
Yep.
It's up to Sheffield Wednesday today to decide their own fate. If they want to turn up and fight fire with fire, I think they'll get picked off. If they want to turn up with some form of game plan and try and contain them and frustrate them, I think they might have more luck. I feel like I know which one of those 2 is going to happen.
Yeah, it's different when you're still trying to gel as individuals and a team, but again, they've got a great support system, Sheffield.
Oh, yeah.
They're in their backyard.
They've got home advantage.
And stranger things have happened. So let's just keep that in mind.
I mean, it still would be up there with one of the strangest things I've ever seen, but I've also seen Stranger Things, the Netflix series. Sheffield Wednesday in their traditional hoops. Always helpful from a commentary point of view. Thank you very much. Alte, a.k.a. Team G Mask, for some reason. Didn't actually see that kit. Too busy shuffling through these papers.
To be fair, Alte do come dripped out with some nice kits in real life as well.
Oh, yeah. And the lovely people, too. Here we go then, game number 5 of 15. One of the pre-tournament favourites. Current tournament favourites, according to 8-Ball.
Fantastic. Okay. Either one's fine.
As long as it's not numbers. Here we go then, the home side kicking us off. 22 players in. No, they're not. I can see someone not in. They're backing out. That's fine. That's within the rules. We've got rules now for the first time. We're not a lawless LAN anymore. Although that would be
I like
really...
that. I was thinking that's a really good name for any LAN.
Be right back. We've got to go. Where can I see the bracket? It's all on the VPG website.
I wonder if it updates automatically.
It should do. Otherwise, I can just show you this.
Okay, yeah, cool. Is that confirmation?
Well, it's the next 4 games.
But the next confirmation that Fama have got Rib for Pleasure in their next game.
Fama R4P, you heard it here first.
Ooh. And then you've got...
SBBS play Optimal or Lincoln, and Avora play Apoel or QPR.
Fantastic.
So Alte or Sheffield Wednesday will play either Focus or Shrewsbury Town. Write it down. Or ask us again in 20 minutes.
Or get the app.
I know, he'll get the app. Hopefully turn this around.
It's a good thing that you wrote all them down and showed it up to the camera, because it was me there'll be loads of spelling mistakes and I'll get called out on stream.
That's why I didn't do it yesterday.
Fair play.
Darren, thank you very much for stopping by, mate. Definitely get yourself along next year. Would recommend this to anyone and everyone. The cameraman is leaving the kits up to random choice. The man is a maverick.
That's a bit wild. Fair play to him. He does what he wants.
22 players in, he says.
22 happy individuals, 8-Ball. That's what I heard.
That's it. Midday. We've played 4 games.
Is it lunchtime
Actually,
yet?
that's not a great record, is it? No. We're not getting home anytime soon, are we?
Nope. Let's go.
All right.
I like how they still do this. I think it's absolutely set now, but...
Yeah, everybody gets it. Everybody understands. Here we go. Kickoff's changed hands. Alte this time. And ask Johnny into Diego. They're in the away Newcastle kit.
Wembyama.
Just the shoulder there is Furry Dave.
A fresh Wembyama. Name me a more dangerous site.
Yeah. Lattice. It's names for days. Names for days. Tez does well. Down the line it goes. Ben Ray, big switch of play.
I feel like that's what it needs to be, 8-Ball. Don't give them a chance to press you and win that ball high up.
Yeah.
It's got to be Route 1 stuff, at least for the first 30 or the full half.
Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about in pre-comms, was they need a strategy and stick to it, because a disjointed Sheffield Wednesday,
win.
yeah, well done. Khabib, a disjointed Sheffield Wednesday isn't beating Alte, regardless of what Alte shows up.
Yeah.
But put together a bit of a game plan, stick to your guns, there's a chance. It's Alte, not Team G-Mask. Headed down to Hillam. Alves sends about 4 men for a Twix, gets the shot, good save. Wow, wait in the bush. Here's acrobatic attempt blocked by Tez on the line. Alte, 10 minutes in, early pressure. I can see Jimmy, the general manager behind his side, spurring them on. He expects big things. So far, so good in terms of pressure. The goal is what they really want. Near post, free header, good save by Varney. Tez clears up, away it goes.
Yeah.
As far away from their goal as humanly possible.
Keeper
The goalkeeper is still in, question mark? And they're not flagging it, so maybe I just didn't see the cursor.
Maybe he just didn't fancy running.
I mean, it's Chris Boras, so he would be a very big miss. Slides it through to Alves, the goal machine.
Yeah.
I think he finished on 5 goals yesterday. Ladis Jr. sends a man down the shops for a pint of milk and pops it in himself. Sometimes you just have to sit back and say fair play.
Ladis looks like how he plays in real life, if that makes sense.
I think I know what you mean. For the first time ever, I think. I think. Good morning, Erdogan. I'm sure you enjoyed that one. 1-0 to the Olte. They're looking relentless.
The feet inside there from Ladis. I know he wanted to turn his sister there, but when it fell to him, 8-ball.
Yeah, he's not going to turn up a chance to pop that ball in the back of the net, and he didn't. The rest is history. 1-0. Hillem to Banas Johnny over the top once again. Ladis can't find the pass, but also can't find the goal this time either.
Nope.
Alves.
Good win.
Yeah, well played, Dembele. Rare chance now for a counter-attack, snuffed out immediately by Captain America.
And
That's the problem, because even if you do have a game plan, you've just got to come up against ballers in every single position.
Yeah, and again, another issue with Alte is they're showing them zero respect.
Oh yeah.
Like, and they shouldn't, to be fair, but zero respect. Oh. That ball was absolutely ridiculous.
Tez. Seen a lot of the ball at right back. He needs to go full Trent Alexander-Arnold if they're going to get anything out of this game, I think.
Yeah.
Pocket, pinch.
That's what I mean. You just don't want to give them any chance to do that.
Uh-oh. Diego takes